we're having to walk past it and touch the wall. So a few said, "This is a really nice wall. We'll do this." Start hitting that, and all of a sudden, this flashlight comes on. We go, "Oh, what was that?" So we just start walking off, and as we started walking off, this car comes around with a light. So we legged it, and it was D's, and they chased us like in the car. And as I'm running, I just remember one of the D's leaning out the window with his gun. He goes, "Take another step, and I'll put a bullet in you." We go in the house, and we're sitting in his room, and he goes, "Oh, we have to draw on the floor in case there's a drive-by." Because we did a quarterback. So we're all on the floor drawing our panels. Oh, what's going on here? We go down there to the yard. We had our vest ready to go, and old mate who was the house we were at, he goes, "Oh, let me go down first and have a look." Goes down, it was Thanksgiving, and he comes back, goes, "We can't go down." I go, "Why?" He goes, "Oh, the Mexicans are down there at the houses." I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "They got guns and they're drunk. We won't make it down there." So I filled my car up, and anyway, about 20 minutes later, the shopkeeper comes out, or the service guy comes out and goes, "Can you go and check your mate? I think he's dead in the toilet." So I go in there, there's my cousin, he's ODing. So I just slapped him in the side of the face. He'd come out of it, took the needle out of his arm, took the rubber band off his arm, got him in the car, took him back to 7 Hills, and I'll never forget, he's sitting there driving down the Great Western Highway. He goes, "My mum and dad said I was psychic." I'm going, "What's this shit?" Like, and I just, told mum and dad. Anyway, dad rang his sister, said, "Well, you got to get rid of him." He said, "Because he's no good." So my auntie sent him money for a bus ticket, and he got on the bus, but what we didn't realise, he robbed us before he left.
Yeah, but yeah, everything I've done, man, it's just all on YouTube. I just YouTube stuff because I just bought a laptop and then I was like, I'm going to do this, and then
It's good.
yeah, no, I've just learned all this on the fly. Like no one's really helped me. I've had a couple of people like the BSP fella.
Mm.
Yeah, he's helped me a lot. That's why I've got all the BSP gear on. But
I could
yeah,
get into some of that.
yeah, man, he's good. He's such a good fella, and
Quality, looks like quality stuff too.
mate, it is fucking amazing. Like he's
Mm.
done so well for himself, which is good. That's
Good
kind
on
of
him.
why I'm doing this shit too, man, to promote like graph companies and stuff. Anyone that's doing anything, you know what I mean? So
Might just start throwing up their little BSP on my walls and that, just to throw it out there, keep an Aussie business going.
yeah, man, that's what I'm all about, man. But we might just start here, eh?
Yeah, mate, throw it at me.
All right, here we go. We got uh prolific writer from the western suburbs. He's been there the whole time. I'm pretty sure hasn't left the area, but today we have Mr. Jasy one on the podcast, people. So I mean he's been through fuck, I don't know when you've started, but I think you
1985.
oh, there we go. So we've got that's probably like what's that, like five generations of writers, I think.
Something like that. I class myself as about the third generation.
Yeah, I've always looked at like I go by tens usually. I go like 80s, 90s, 2000s, 2010s, 2020s, but you know,
I,
everyone's different.
yeah, I go by old school writers. Like
Yeah.
when I first started, I was watching Mirzo and Gadget paint at 7 Hills on the bridge. That's what got me into it. Then
Yeah,
there was
wow.
QE, Cosmic Crew, all those kind of guys. Then I met Ricky Seven, Tudor, all the TDF boys, Severe. They're the ones who showed me everything.
Yeah, wow.
Like,
Wow.
okay, that's how things roll. Then it was
Yeah.
Unique and all them boys after that.
Yeah, we'll get into the graph stuff a bit later on, but I just wanted to go into like your earlier life and stuff before
Hmm.
you got into graph.
Yeah.
What where did you grow up and how did you come to be, mate?
I grew up in 7 Hills, 7 Hills, Blacktown. Um, lived up the mountains when I was very early. I moved from the mountains from Springwood when I was 6 or 7 years old. Got down into the western suburbs, started playing footy. Footy was all my life. I was doing a lot of that. I started playing at 8, a
We're
year by
talking rugby
myself.
league or union
Yeah,
or
rugby league.
yeah, righto.
Um, yeah, that was my main focus. Then I jumped into playing all that kind of, like, I was a mad sport head. Still kind of am. Still do a lot of fitness and stuff like that. Then when I turned 14 or 13 or 14, down the Oval with my first original partner, Fuse. And we had a ball, kicking footies because he was a footy head as well. And That's when we saw Merzo and Gadget painting 7 Hills Train Bridge, broad day illegals.
All right.
From then on, I just went, okay, let's have a look at a bit of this.
Yeah.
Got into that, but then I kind of went quiet for a little bit because I got graded at Balmain when I was 17. I was in the junior stuff. Got offered a contract at Balmain. The night I got offered the contract, broke my foot, lost that. Then went to Parramatta. Got kicked out of Parramatta for being too violent. And then I got
What are you talking about? Violence, mate. What what
well, I
what
was
happened
told by
there?
the coach. I was at Parramatta and we were playing West, and I knew the two front rowers. They were white twins, and they were monsters like back in the day because they played in Penrith area, the Penrith comp,
Mm.
and they went to the Western Suburbs to get a game in, and I was at Parramatta. They knew me, I knew them, and they just there was a guy named Dallas Weston. He was a front row for Parramatta, played first grade. He just got belted and he just went to water and he didn't want nothing to do with it. And the coach said to me, "Can you sort that out?" So yeah, no worries. So I did. And then I went to training Tuesday night and they cut me, said I was too violent for the team.
What did you? What were they expecting?
That's exactly right. Like that's what I did. They asked to do it. That's what I did. That's what happened.
You're like the Mark Geyer of the younger generation.
I actually know Mark Guy really well. I played footy with
Yeah.
his brother. I've got a couple of good stories with Mark Guy, but we'll keep them quiet.
Yeah, righto.
The night Ben Alexander got killed, I was supposed to go with him.
Oh, right.
That was back in
Okay.
'92.
Yep, yep, okay.
Yeah, I played a couple of games at Penrith. I got graded at Penrith. Played 2 games, got all the gear. Thought this is not for me. And then they sent me a bill when I left to pay all the clothing back. I never did. Just they played A grade and really got back in the gruff. 'Cause I was
Yeah.
still painting in the like bombing a lot in the '80s. Piecing here and there, but bombing a lot. Like
Yeah. We'll
me
get
and Matt.
we'll get into the graph stuff, but I just wanted to focus a bit more on like your childhood and stuff where you grew up. Like, I mean, back then it would have been pretty rough in that area, right? Like,
Still in Blacktown, yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, like if you weren't looking after yourself, you're getting whacked.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have like a solid family in that? Your parents were still
Oh yeah,
together
mum and
or
dad were good.
yeah?
Dad was good. Mum we had to watch out for because mum was put out the discipline.
Yeah, righto.
Because dad belted me brother when he was little. Mum said, if you ever touch him like that again, you're finished.
Yeah, okay.
Dad said, it's up to you then, discipline the boys. I got an older brother and a younger sister, and my older brother always had me back, which was so handy because my
Oh
brother
yeah.
looked after himself pretty well. So we actually got into a blue one night. My brother wanted to whack one of my mates because he was seeing someone he wanted to see. So I whacked him and a couple of his mates and I was on, and then we got a reputation around the area that we could fight, and we was getting on a stink a fair bit, but it kind of died out, which is good because you don't need that stuff in your life
Yeah, that's right.
growing
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
But it helped me out later on in life.
Yeah, it does really help you out having older brothers, doesn't
It does.
it? Yeah, I can't imagine being an only child, but yeah,
Oh, when the shit hit the fan, my brother was there,
yeah, yeah, that's good.
which was good. All I had to do is go and say, listen, brother, I'm in a bit of strife.
Yeah,
I may need backup. Not like today, like if you need backup, they're rolling with knives and that. We just ride up with your hands and
you know,
that was it.
fisticuffs, mate.
That's it. And you got beat, you got beat. That was how it
Yeah,
was.
and that was it. No
Yeah.
retaliation.
No, you wore it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a bit different these days, but so what were you doing back then as a kid? Were you like riding your BMX and stuff around? I don't know if you
Mad
got into
skateboarder.
skating or anything like that. Did you?
Mad skateboarding. We used to love riding skateboards.
Yeah,
It was like back in the day, like there was so many like kids around the street, and we always used to get on our skateboards and ride. I remember riding once, me and Fuse, we made that little skateboard, like we put wheels on it. I remember riding it down the hill. I remember a guy in a Volkswagen looked at me, and I was like, "Why is he smiling at me?" Then he hit me in the car, knocked me off my skateboard, knocked
Uh,
me had all these bits and pieces missing off me. I said to Mum, "So just got run over by a car." She goes, "Well, go and deal with it."
yeah, yeah. So skate parks and stuff back in that area, were they
There was
were
no
they a
skate
thing?
parks. We used to use they used to have like parks used to have like footpaths, and they used to just sit down there and ride through them. Then they started putting bars on them, and then you had to get in between the bars or go around them and stuff like that. Then my brother thought it was a great idea if we put a bit of oil down, get a bit of a slide going,
Yeah,
run
because
out of oil, then you hit the road and off
the,
you go.
the skateboards back then in like the 80s were different to the ones now, right? They were more of
Oh,
like a
massively.
cruising thing. It wasn't like
Yeah,
a
no, they were like I had one. It was a Sims skateboard. It was a racing board. It was fast. Other boys had Surf and Sams, and there was Dragon Slayers and all kinds of different ones. Like we all had different boards and we all just got on them. And then like we found BMXs and stuff like that. Like then the bikes come into it. Like
Yeah.
your brother had a rally. I just had something cheap because I wasn't that much into it. The boys had like Fuser, he had a JMC. Other boys had Diamondbacks and Mongooses and stuff. Yeah,
The mongoose.
yeah, like we used to get on your bike and used to ride. It was great. You went everywhere.
Yeah.
Dad, I'm going out. See you later. I'll
Yeah.
see you when it gets dark.
Yeah, I was gonna say, as soon as the lights turn off, mate, you
Yeah.
better be fucking home.
As soon as that sun comes up, you're out. All of us all had bikes. We all met up down the end of the street and we all went off down the Grantham BMX track or it was the quarry down at Blacktown. It's now called the Village. And we used to go down there and ride our bikes through there. It was great because the cops used to come through and chase you out. But, as soon as they're gone, you go back. And these guys with old four-wheel drives and motorbikes and everyone was having a great time down there. It was good.
Yeah, you don't get too much of that these days. I mean, everyone's stuck on their screens, but times are changing.
Yeah, well,
You sound like old fellas, but but yeah, I think it was a lot more freedom back then. You know what I mean? It's
well, there wasn't that many freaks out either. Like
yeah,
everyone's a freak now. Like, and people aren't scared like to stab you or kidnap you or like your kids can't go out anymore. Like you got to be so careful with them because there's so many freaks. Like
yeah. Did you first notice graffiti? I mean, you said you were going to what
then there was
the skate
Dreambridge.
park everywhere, and then seeing people painting behind you or whatever.
No, no, like me and Fuse, like we were just down the ovals. Like I said, we brought a footy down, that a
Ah,
kid,
yep, yep, yep.
and then if you know Seven Hills at all in the train bridge in between the ovals and that,
Mm.
there was nothing on there. And we just happened to be sitting there one day and Mirzo and Gadget rolled up and did a Gadget piece, red piece, white outline, green background.
I can still remember it,
Oh,
eh?
I can see it's clear as day to this day. Because when I think Fuse was 9 when he started painting.
Wow.
And Fuse is what, close to 50 now.
Fuck.
And he looked at this and we both looked and said, oh, we should do this. Then we started stealing paint from garages and shops and stuff like that. Then you go, okay, like we started doing like piece or tags, what we thought were tags down there, broad daylight, because they did it broad daylight. So we thought, well, that's how you do
Yeah,
it,
that's how
broad
it's done.
daylight. Who's going to stop you? Well, they do because they do chase you.
Yeah.
But that was in 85.
Wow, a year before I was born.
Yeah.
Sorry, man. I didn't mean to call you old, but yeah.
No, I am old. I know that. You make all these
Um,
good old noises when you stand up now. It's great.
um, yeah. Okay. So you first got into tags. That was
Tagging.
your thing, and then yeah. So how would you get into piecing?
Well, again, Pearson was something like you just did it. It was one of those things you just learned. You went through your periods of like learning how to do tags properly, controlling your text at first, your flowy, your paint, solid markers, and all that. Like we used to go bombing, me and Fuse, and we used to see everyone used to dress as riders back in the 80s. So we used to wear a footy gear, get a Parramatta jersey on or a West jersey, and deck out some footy gear full of paint. When the train got raided, you got left because
Mm.
you weren't dressed as a rider. Like I was with some of the boys back in the day, and we got raided something fierce. And me and Fuse, we did inside and outs, walking up and through the train, and everyone got grabbed but us.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
that's kind
footy
of
jerseys
head
on.
of the game there, man. Because like even like my generation, everyone was wearing the stripy polos and shit. You just stood out like a fucking,
Exactly right.
you know what I mean?
You
So
never
I
did
guess you were
it.
ahead of the game there.
Yeah, I remember catching up with Geno back in the day, and he was all dressed up and with another guy Frail, and like they were all dressed up, and everyone got raided. And he's looking at us, well, why are you getting grabbed? I said, look what we're wearing. We just had footy. We used to go out bombing in footy jerseys because
That's
no one looked
smart.
at you then. We at first it was a mistake. Like we just got dressed and went out, and we weren't planning to go on the trains because you used to buy a ticket, an all-day rover, and that took you through Sydney all day for nothing virtually. You paid $2 for this ticket or whatever it was, and
Yeah.
you could get off at any station and take photos or whatever it was. And we used to wear footy jerseys, but we had solid markers and like art lines on us, and never got touched, never got grabbed.
Yeah, what were those? What type of paints and markers were you using back then?
Well, back then with the art lines, the
Yeah.
100s, what we got now, art line 100s, 50s,
So
and
they've been around for fucking
oh yeah,
since like before you probably?
since Jesus was born. Yeah,
Jesus on the cross with a fucking art
that's exactly right.
line.
And then like we used to have like that Jubilee colours and stuff like that. We used to
Jubilee
have
colours.
small cans. You could put them on you and hide them pretty easily.
So they're like those small fucking
Yeah,
little holdback cans that they
yeah,
used to
little holdback
use.
cans. They changed it. They put that blue cap on it. It was the worst mistake they ever did. Then they had that one that you had to push forward as well. And
Yeah, the push forward. Everyone talks about that. Yeah.
yeah, that was a nightmare trying to get that going because you weren't, if you were trigger happy, it just blew up everywhere and it just tagged and just shit everywhere.
Ah, okay. So to get the clean lines, you'd have to do the push forward.
Yeah, but then they
Did you
brought
did you
the
have did you
old,
have like other caps that you used to chuck on top of that instead?
no, you couldn't really replace them. And back then you
Mm.
weren't really doing it until you got like to the White Knights, the Fiddly Bits,
Yeah, okay.
VHTs, plastic coats, stuff like that. When you start seeing them, then you could change your caps on them to make everything fatter,
Right.
filling quicker.
Yeah, right, right. Yeah, okay. Um, I know, sorry, it was chopping and changing, but it's hard to go in between graph and like your childhood kind of things. But like going back into like your teenage years, did you guys was like house parties a kind of thing back then, or
Oh yeah,
was it kind of getting pissed at the park or whatever? Or,
no, we
like,
we did like the piss of the park thing. Like we all chipped in for a carton. You know,
yeah.
buy a carton of twist tops. I know you never saw twist tops,
Oh,
so
mate, I seen them. Don't worry.
yeah. We
Yeah.
used we used to be able to buy them for $12 a carton or $15 a carton. So we all
Fuck
chip in
all.
and get a carton of them, and everyone's had two or three of them, and everyone's looking for answers.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Parties. My mum and dad were really good with parties. Like my brother used to put them on because my brother's a few years older than me,
Mm.
and we used to have them at our place at Seven Hills because we had a big pool as well, and
Oh,
everyone used to come to our house in the
wow.
summertime. And we used to pay mum and dad to go away for the weekend so we could have these parties. Then we realised it was getting too expensive to send mum and dad away, so we just said you might as well stay and just drink with us. So they did, and a lot more people would come because we had a responsible adult, but mum and dad were dribbling in the corner with the rest of us. Like, but at parties back in the day, like we never had gate crashes. Gate crashing was never a thing. And if anyone
Mm.
like really, I remember every 21st we had a gate crasher. One guy, and my brother and his mates kind of grabbed him and said, "What's going on?" He goes, "I just saw there was a party. Any chance getting a beer?" "Oh shit, you can have a beer, mate, but you got to be on your way." "No worries." Had his beer, said happy birthday to him, and he left.
Yeah.
Not like
Yeah.
now, they all roll in with machetes and all the good stuff,
Oh, mate,
swinging
yeah.
around.
Yeah, I remember my 16th birthday party, mate. I had 300 people there. It was fucking wild. And then you had all the cunts trying to get in. That's when you had to have like security and stuff like that. But yeah, back then it would have been a bit more relaxed.
Yeah, it was
What?
like everyone knew each other in a certain
Yeah.
kind of a way, and you had to respect if you weren't invited, you just didn't go.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What about was drugs much of a thing then besides like weed probably?
I suppose, like, yeah, it was all around, but I was never really into drugs. Like my cousin was a heroin addict,
Yeah, right.
and
Okay.
I just saw that firsthand. Like, like he moved in with us for a little while, and I watched him. Like
Deteriorate.
his parents, like his mum and my dad's sister, they had money, like they were millionaires. Well, they
Yeah.
still are. And he lived with us because he was doing shit, and he knocked our house off twice. And my uncle used to be a standover man, used to run a protection racket back in the day, and he was going to kill him. So he sent him on his way, and he's come live with mum and dad for a while. And we're standing at the front of our house one day at Seven Hills, and he went across the road. He knocked on this guy's door, and he knocked and knocked, and no one answered. Then he kicked the door in, and he come out. He had the video, he had jewelry, he had cameras, and he was off his chops. My cousin was a mess.
Yeah.
The old man said to me, "Get rid of him." So I took him to St Mary's to get rid of his stuff. Bought his stuff. He said, "Can we go to Penrith?" I said, "Yeah." I took him to Penrith. He went in this place, got his heroin, come back, and if you know where St Mary's Leagues Club is,
Mm.
across the road from St Mary's Leagues is a petrol station, and it was a mobile back in the day. And he said, "Look, go and fill your car up. I'll just pay for it, and I'll be back in a minute." So I filled my car up, and anyway, about 20 minutes later, the shopkeeper comes out, or the service guy comes out, and goes, "Can you go and check your mate? I think he's dead in the toilet." So I go in there, and there's my cousin, he's ODing. So I just slapped him in the side of the face. He come out of it, took the needle out of his arm, took the rubber band off his arm, got him in the car, took him back to Seven Hills, and I'll never forget, he's sitting there, driving down the Great Western Highways. He goes, "My mum and dad said I was psychic." I'm going, "What's this
Fuck.
shit?" Like, and I just, nah, told mum and dad. Anyway, Dad rang his sister, said, "Well, you got to get rid of him." He said because he's no good. So my auntie sent him money for a bus ticket, and he got on the bus. But what we didn't realise, he robbed us before he left.
Fuck. Wow, one last fucking earn, eh?
Yeah, well, he got ended up getting murdered.
Oh, right, okay.
He was killed by a girl. Got a 45 mil hot shot, so that ended him.
Wow.
And I just saw like I remember when we were kids, he started off on pot, then it was goey, then it was coke, and then it was
Yeah.
heroin. I just thought that's how life goes. So I never really touched drugs. I
Wow.
was kind of very much against it. I've never seen anything come good of it. I've never
Yeah.
seen anyone bounce back.
How old were you when that happened?
17, 18.
Fuck. Wow.
Mm.
That's tough to see at that age. It definitely would have made an impact on your the rest of your life.
Well, it did, and I'm kind of glad because like when I was growing up, I was playing footy with the boys out here. A
Yeah.
lot of them right in the drugs. Like it was first, it was pot, and they couldn't understand why I wouldn't smoke. I tried it once. I was with the boys, and I threw up everywhere. They said they
Yeah.
blamed the drink. Said, "Oh, you've been drinking too much." So I thought, "Okay, I'll try one on sober." Threw up everywhere. I said, "No, no good. Don't like
Yeah.
it." I was just finished. Never touched it again.
Wow.
And then there was a spate when they all got on the go. We had a little bit of a stint on that for a while. Six
Yeah.
months of that, we are all playing footy. First, it was what were we taking? Sudafed. Before we played footy, we were having 15, 16 Sudafed in a can of Coke. So,
Fuck.
and then it was like we're just taking speed. That's all it was. And I
Yeah, it would
remember
have been
one day,
stronger back then, I reckon.
yeah, it was because you can get it from, you didn't need a prescription, you just
Yeah.
asked for it. And our shed looked like a
I've got a
chemist.
cold.
Yeah, I've got a cold. Give me 2 packets of Sudafed. Any chance got a can of Coke there I can borrow? And then, yeah, we had that. And I remember we were up at half time 32 nil. And then all of a sudden we all started getting chest pains because we were all starting to OD. We ended up getting beat 42-32.
Fucking hell.
Oh, yeah. Then one of the
Wow.
boys, the last time I even touched it, we were up in Gold Coast and one of the boys was on it and I was actually ruined and he was the dealer. Like, and we were having lines as thick as your finger because he was, and I was, cost me nothing. Anyway, he was sitting at McDonald's on the Gold Coast, and he was grey. His lips were purple, and he was sweating, and he was ODing. And his brother, we said, "Look, you got to get him to hospital." So they took him to hospital. Doctor goes, "I can't promise he's going to make the flight home. If you take him, he's got to stay." He said, "No." And his brother goes, "No, we'll risk it." So they took him on the plane. When we got off back at Sydney, the ambulance was waiting for him. I went, "You know what? Never again." It does end of it.
Wow. Yeah. I
And
mean,
then all the boys were getting on the tablets, and then some of the boys were involved in that shooting down the black market club with the bikies and stuff like that. I went, "No, that's not.
yeah.
It's creeping into our team."
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's a bit different for other people in the writing scene. Like, yeah, I
Mm.
guess, even a bit later with the Cabramatta area that started to fucking really kick off back in the, what was it,
I
early
remember
90s or
I
something
was
like that.
working
But
down there, and I used to dread. I was working for Foxtel, and I was dreading my cousin coming down and seeing me there because that's where he used to buy his heroin all the time down in Cabramatta.
yeah.
And I used to, me and my brother, because we were partners at it was a company called Vision Stream. Used to work for Foxtel. And we used to dread looking if he's going to turn up and sees us, he would have robbed the van, robbed us, robbed everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm thinking, oh, I don't need this.
Yeah. 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 Tough sitcho, man. Fucking hell. But you've made
Oh,
it.
it's a
You've
part of
made it.
life.
Fucking hell. Thank fuck you didn't go down that path.
No,
A lot of people do, which is
yeah, well,
unfortunate,
that's
but
it. Like, you just see it, and I was lucky. I saw it going backwards. Like
mm,
I said, my cousin, hey, yeah, they had everything. Like there was nothing he couldn't have wanted, and just threw it all away. Like my brother was working with my uncle; they were rigging, and like, my uncle wanted to give him the business. My brother said, "I'm not going into business with because he's a mess. Look at him."
mm,
So we ended up shutting the business down. My brother would have been set, would have been a millionaire. My brother,
wow.
yeah.
Yeah, right. All right. So anyway, that's a bit of the personal stuff. Let's get back into the graffiti. Eh? Fuck.
You wanted to know.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's what this is all about, man. Everyone wants to hear everyone's backstories, which is yeah, I want to hear it too, man. Like everyone's going through troubles in their life.
Yeah, everyone hasn't. Just how you
Everyone's
handle it.
different too, man. Like, you can come from a fucking sweet household. Like, yeah, I'm from a nice, family upbringing and stuff, but I've come out pretty good, but a lot of people don't, man.
Mm.
It's sad to see, but I just want to hear everyone's backstory before you get into graffiti, which I think, yeah, a lot of people do want to hear too, because It just resonates with everyone. So yeah, I think it's pretty cool to have this podcast
Yeah, it's
to
good.
listen to that stuff. So let's just get back into graffiti.
Hmm.
So back in what? So late 80s, early 90s, you reckon you started to get a little bit better and start to notice
Yeah,
you were getting a bit
I,
better, or
yeah, like in the 90s after I'd stopped playing, like when I finished with like Mr. Balmain thing, I started getting back into it. I got in with Fuse and he was right into it. Like he was on fire, getting chased a lot. He was being looked out for by a guy named Snowy. And then back in the day, got back with, he started showing me, get me back into it, get me can control back. That was in the early 90s. Then I got back in, I said I was at Penrith, I was great at Penrith in 91, but still painting. That was me weekend thing. I was just getting into that as well, just getting everything back together, got myself all sorted, got into it, and then started doing what I had to do.
yeah. What what did you have to do, mate?
Well,
What was your
one
thing?
thing,
Paces,
I was
like
decent, and like back in the day, like we were at school back in the day, like we used to train at 7 hours. You'd jump on a train and go to Blacktown, went to Blacktown Boys, and used to get the train back and forth and used to bomb the trains. It was so good. Like you just get on the train and go to school, and you bomb from Seven Hills to Blacktown, then walk to school. Um, and then I started like doing stuff on the lines around my area and all that. Like, and then probably I brought a lot of heat to myself too. And me and Fuse, we brought a lot of heat to ourselves. We ended up getting grabbed one night, in the early 90s. Oh, well, no, actually, it was in the 80s.
oof.
Yeah, yeah, we did, me and did four trains inside and out. We just went in and textures, paint, solids, and just done. We did the insides first, and then we did the outsides. And when the security come, we could hide under the seats of the train, and they couldn't see anything. Then we just did the outside, and coming home, we walked past. It was a business called Ultratune. We happened to walk past it and touch the wall. So a few said, "This is a really nice wall. We'll do this." Start hitting that, and all of a sudden, this
Whoop,
flash of
whoop.
light flash of light comes on. We go, "Oh, what was that?" So we just start walking off, and as we started walking off, this car comes around the light. So we legged it, and it was D's, and they chased us like in the car. And as I'm running, I just remember one of the D's leaning out the window with his gun. He goes, "Take another step, and I'll put a bullet in you."
Oh.
Stop it and stop. They took us back to the wall because it was only about, oh, oh, Fuse was, what, he might have been 11 by then, and he was 11, and he started to cry because wasn't a big fella, and they went easy on him. I thought, oh, if you cry, they'll go easy on you. Yeah, I couldn't cry when I needed to cry, just couldn't get it out. And they put me up against the wall. My tag was, and I had my hood over my face, and they said, "Take your hood off," and I wouldn't do it. So he just walked up and backhanded me, hood
Yeah.
off. Went home. They took us home, and then me and Fuse realised like we bombed all the way up and down the street, like with everything. So we just started talking to these guys, the coppers, just that not look at just to look at us. Anyway, Dad goes, "Get inside." Said, comes in, he's got a BB twisty with me, and he goes, "Have one of these." So I think I was, what, 14 or 15. And I said, "Why?" I said, "Because it could be the last thing you're going to drink for a while because your mother's coming in."
Fuck.
I said, "All right." So I had me twist up. And Mum goes, "Are you for real?" I said, "What did you and Fuse do?" I said, "Oh, this and that." Anyway, Dad goes down the garage, comes back, and he's got a tin of white paint and a paintbrush. He said, "I want to come in at 2:30. I'm going to wake you up, and you go and get sneak out of the house and go and paint what you did so they've got no weapons on you." So I go down there and get Fuse, and we go back up to Blacktown, and we paint over it. 3 weeks later, or 3 days later, the D's turn up. "We know you painted over it because they lost the photos." So they couldn't charge us. We painted over everything.
Got away with it, eh?
Yeah, that was a bit of fun. But yeah, back in the 90s and all that, me and Fuse, we got back together with painting, and we just started hitting everything, like walls. Like we had a couple, back in the day, we had a couple of legal spots in Blacktown we had. And we used to go down there and just hit that over and over again. And like, plus the train bridge and all the little fuse boxes up and down the lines and that. And then about 93, I thought, about 92, I got a letter from, or a guy I knew went overseas to New York and LA, he met up with a guy just from NASA crew, and he was looking for a pen friend. So he goes, "Oh, I know this guy in Australia." It was me, and I ended up sending letters to Just over there. And in '93, I ended up going to LA by myself,
What?
hooking up with him, and then just we did everything. It was great. It was just a whole different. It's amazing when you get to a certain age and you go, "I'm not doing anything wrong." As soon as you get overseas, gloves are off. You just go, "I don't care."
Yeah.
I'm doing everything with them. Like I met up with I was in
So
Melbourne.
how old were you at this stage?
I think I was 23,
Fuck. Yeah,
22,
okay.
23.
Would be pretty expensive to go over there at that
Well, it
stage.
was $1,700 returned. I'll never forget this. It was
Fuck, that's a lot
1,700.
of money that like if you go into like how
I
much it
was
would be these
working.
days.
Yeah, I was working. So it was because I wanted, there was a big jam going in Western Australia at the time. It was Fibs and Demote and Mystery and all that, and some of the boys from Melbourne. They're all over in West Australia doing this massive big production, and I wanted to go there after LA. And it was $1,700 to go to LA, return flight to LA. And if I wanted to go from Sydney to Perth, but they're going to charge me $1,500.
Oh, may as well go overseas.
That's what I said. I'll throw another joint and go back to LA. So I
Yeah,
never
fuck it.
never going over. Yeah,
Yeah. Fucking hell. So is that so when you went over there, I mean, I did donuts the other day, Odyssey, and
yeah.
he was mentioning like the CBS crew and stuff. Is that where you kind of met them as well,
I
or
met them boys in '93, just after Skate was killed. He was hit by
right?
a freight train. He was killed in '92, and they were still pretty raw. And I was over there toward end of the year,
So was
and
that trip?
it was he died just before I come up, like just before I was over there. So it was, might have been 6 or 8 months, maybe more, when he died. But they were still like he was the glue to the whole crew,
Right.
CBS. And I ended up meeting up with Anger, me, and Axis from CBS, and they were the big time writers over there at the time. And I was with Just, Tyke, Rich from AWR and them boys and that, and just got on like really good with Mir and all that. And I was doing rooftops, throw ups with him at Melrose after doing pieces and that. Like they were just loose as anything. Like they just did not care like what was happening. And Anger always looked like he was ready to. He had really long hair down to his bum and that, and he looked angry all the time. I think, and I was still playing footy. I think I'm not going to get in a fight with this guy for sure.
Yeah. Right.
He's brewing away. Now we ended up catching a wall in Melrose. It was me, Rich, Just, and there was some other guy who used to paint album covers and it was just silhouettes. I don't know, it was like Rage Against the Machine. He did an album cover for them and he was there painting with us as well. And Anger ended up painting as well. And I ended up taking some photos for him and before and after shots and that way then sent them to him and like we got like a house on fire. Went back again in '94, '95, '96
What?
at LA and just caught up with him again here and there and that. And yeah, Anger was going on about like he'd like to start something up. See, I was putting up CBS back in '93,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, so you went there in so the first trip you went there in 92, 93,
'93,
93, and then well, you kept going back there every year.
virtually, yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Back then, not many people traveled overseas.
Oh, there was another guy I used to paint with a lot. He was New York bound in Europe all the time. Back in
Really?
the early '90s, yeah.
I thought it was more of a
Smashing.
recent thing of graffiti writers going from Australia. I know I spoke to Mystery. I did a podcast with Mystery, and
Oh,
he went over there too. But
Matt was
like,
massive on it as well. Matt still is.
yeah, it's I mean, yeah, the average Joe in Australia that they don't get the opportunity to travel overseas. Like, but back then would have been even more of a like more crazy. Like, yeah, I just can't imagine it. But what
I
was
was over there
America?
just after the LA riots.
Oh fuck!
Like, and that worked out real well. Like, oh, white guy in LA, after all this, and that's when we mate Jasy, we've got to be careful. I said, because, I went into his neighborhood and he was living in Orange County and gangs were massive. They
Yeah,
were dying out, but Asian gangs were coming back. And he drove into the street and the local gang was at this guy's house and they seen me get out of the car and they all stood up. Just goes, just wait here for a second. I said, all right, no worries. So I just waited there. I saw the car and that. He went over and talked to him. I said, what's going on? I said, oh, I've got to let the boys know that where you're from and what you're doing. You're not affiliated with any gangs. I told him you're from Australia. Got chatting with him and it was fine, but they were just ready to go. Like, I mean, guns were just everywhere back then.
yeah, that's the
I
thing
got
about
off the guns when I was over there. I'm thinking, oh, how can I get this home? Like, like I'm out paying, and the guy rolls up. He goes, "You want to buy this gun?" It was a silver gun with all
50
these
bucks.
bullets. And I'm going, oh, how do I get this home? Like,
Probably been used in a fucking armed rob, but yeah.
no, it was in a brand new box. It got
Oh,
stolen from
true.
the riots. It was
Fucking
great
hell.
fun.
Wow. I mean, yeah. So, well, you were there when the LA riots were on.
After that was in
Oh,
'92.
okay.
So '93, I was over there, and everything was still like things were still
A
weren't fixed.
bit of tension.
Yeah, like it was still happening. But it's amazing. As soon as you like back then, as soon as they heard you were from Australia, it was a whole different story. They just wanted to ask you questions and where you're from and how'd you do this, how'd you get here, you know, are you
Jump
paying
like a
over here?
kangaroo, mate.
Yeah, like they all think the kangaroos were bouncing down the street, and I was drinking those massive big dough and stubby Fosters at
Yeah,
parties,
yeah.
and they just couldn't believe I was knocking these things back. And yeah,
Wow. Fuck.
I had a ball over it. Had absolutely, and I met a lot of good blokes too, like quality fellas, and I'm still in touch with today.
Yeah. That's a good thing about traveling when you're young, man. It kind of grounds you and like you just learn so much about stuff in life. I traveled as soon as I was like, I think I was 15. Went over to Thailand by myself because my brother was living over there, and I think it kind of it you grow up quick because
Yeah,
you're just learning about all this stuff, and especially going to America, man. I can't even fucking imagine that. But um, yeah, so you moved over there. You didn't move over there, but you
I was over there.
you were over there frequently, and then so you met up with those boys, and then how did the whole CBS thing start? Like
Well,
who dropped
CBC,
you in, and then they were talking about moving over, like getting someone to go overseas, and then started like not like a chapter, like a bikey thing, but like you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
well, they call them chapters and that. Well,
oh, they did.
Anger does, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
He got in touch with me and he sent me a message saying, "Look, we want to start CBS Global." I said, "Oh, okay, no worries." I said, "What do you want from me?" And he goes, "Look, you know us, you've been with us." And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Can you reckon you can get some, can you start putting it up and see how it goes?" And I said, "Yeah, no worries." He goes, "We know you've been putting it up since '93." I said, "But," he goes, "but can you put it up frequently?" He said, "Yeah, no worries." And I was talking to Axis, and he goes, I told him what's going on. He goes, "But I always thought you were in there." I said, "Yeah, but I wasn't putting it up constant. I was just here and there and that." And he goes, "What do you think?" And he goes, "Yeah, you ain't jump on it. It'll be a good thing." And I said, message back to Anger, and I said, "Yeah, all right, mate, I'll get into it and we'll get it going." I had a few boys in mind who, and I just wanted to start something here, not low key fellas, but quality fellas who didn't have dramas, um, wanted to paint, was never a hassle, and just enjoyed having a beer at a wall like we used to do back in the day, like back in the '80s and early '90s. Like we used to go to the wall and have a couple of beers and have a chat and talk ourselves up, and it was good fun, you know. Like, and then I started looking into it, and I asked a few of the boys. Like the first few boys I was looking at was Sofa, Don't was another one,
Oh yeah,
Cade.
yeah.
Um, that were my core three I was looking at first, and I thought, well, if I just get those guys going, because
When was this? What year was this, you reckon?
a couple of years ago, it
Oh,
was
it's only recent, is it?
yeah. Like
I thought it was a bit longer than that.
I started
CBS.
doing stuff in about 2019. I started putting it up on the blog,
Right, right. That makes sense. Okay.
and then I just said to Axis, or Ango, I said, "Look, what do you want to do? How do you want to run this, and how do you want to do it?" And he goes, "I want it to be big." I said, "We're going to start with Australia, then just move on." I said, "All right, no worries. I said, I've got some boys in mind." Okay, got them involved, got it all set up. Boys were dropped in, loved every minute of it. And then I said to the fellas, I said, "Okay, we'll start looking for a few more guys." And I said to Don't, "Do you know anybody who you think?" Oh, I met Combo a couple of times. And
Combo's a legend. Shout out to him.
yeah,
He's a good bloke.
he's a great bloke, Combo. I met
Yeah,
him at
yeah.
Balmain, and like he come straight up to me and started talking to me. He talked to me like we were mates for about 30 years.
Yeah, he has that effect on you, eh?
And I think I'm about 30 years older than him. And we just got chatting away, and I thought, quality bloke.
Yeah, yeah, it's all right.
Um, and then we asked about Odyssey,
Yeah.
and Odyssey jumped in. We asked him, and he was, yeah, Queensland. And one of the other boys, Limit, he's from Canada.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've met him probably a couple of times, but yeah, he's a fucking great writer, man.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And funny fella. Like, just makes me giggle. Like, he's just Canadian.
Yeah.
And he'll tell you too. And then we got on the Astro. And he was
Yeah.
one of the boys who I knew back in the early or mid '90s.
Yep.
Astro, and he just got back into painting, and I just sat back and watched him paint for a little bit and got chatting with him, and mate, he was all for it. And I thought, you know what, that's good enough. I think that's what we need.
Yeah.
Then when I was in London, and I remember a guy I met a couple of times back in the
Hang on,
day.
hang on. When you were in London, so you fucking traveled everywhere, really?
Yeah, Italy, London,
Oh
Thailand,
fuck! Is this
Bali.
just on like just normal travels, or is this
Yeah.
specifically for graph stuff?
Oh no, I just go for normal travels with the wife and go painting.
Yeah,
Painted in Vietnam, painted in Thailand, the part in Thailand.
yeah, yeah,
Bali, I painted all through Bali. I
yeah.
painted
Okay, all right. So go, yeah, go into. Sorry to
in Venice,
interrupt, but
painted
yeah,
in
go into
Venice.
the UK thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and one of my mates, or one of the guys I used to know, he said, "Oh, Hire is living in London." I said, "All right, no worries." I got talking to him and met him when I was over there. Got paint with him and another guy, Tizer. I don't know if you heard of Tizer.
Yeah, yeah, I have, yeah.
Anyway, I come back to Australia and I got talking to him and I said, "Mate, I want to start something in Melbourne." Um, and there was one of the boys in Melbourne who wrote Siege, but he doesn't do much. He doesn't have much to do with any of the boys at all. I think Anger dropped him in a little while ago. Anyway, I said to Highest, look, how about we get something started down there? And he goes, mate, it'd be great. I said, okay, no worries. So he got his boys together and you got Straps and you got Graham, like the whole stack of them, Trist, like they're all in there, like and all quality. Like, it's great because we all met them all, like and they're so good to be around, like good fun blokes to be around. And sent a message to Angus, said, I've got a chapter going in Melbourne now. He goes, that's brilliant. So Jared runs, or Hire runs that, and then he looks after all that kind of side of it. And then you got that Putos, he lives in Japan. He was from Melbourne.
Fucking hell, mate, you've just fucking just taken this whole thing worldwide.
Yeah, then
You're,
I
you're
worked on Adelaide next. Dog,
fucking hell.
dogs down in Adelaide. When I painted with
Wow.
him, met him a couple of times and
Oh,
painted
is
with,
that dog fight?
yeah,
Oh, what? Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
Nexus.
Yeah, okay.
I painted with Nexus. He came up to Sydney quite a few times and we got together and painted with him for a while. We were in Canberra for that killing of Canberra.
Oh,
We were
what a
down there.
fucking scene that was, wasn't it?
Well, I was down there and we ended up getting Paris,
Oh yeah,
old
he's
school
from
Paris.
Melbourne, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
but he
yeah,
lives
yeah.
in Adelaide now.
Fuck.
He's down there. But my biggest coup was I got Teaser.
Oh, really?
Teaser, like, and Teaser's always been looking for something to be a part of, and I could not believe he was not in a crew. And
He's not in a crew?
he wasn't in a crew when I asked him. No,
Oh, that's true, yeah.
yeah,
Just
and
thinking of it now.
and look, we were up there about just before that, like the Canberra thing. There was one of where's it, Mooloolaba or wherever it was. Basics put on a massive big wall for Lindsay.
Wasn't that yeah,
They
maybe it
did,
was. Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, we caught up with Dave up there, and I said to Dave, "You're not putting up CBS, mate. Like, what's going on?" And he goes, "Oh, got a few problems with a couple of ice heads up here, and they're a bit jealous of what I'm doing and all that." Got
Mm.
that sorted, and all of a sudden, he's just doing the CBS stuff left, right, and centre. He's killing it. Like that teaser. He's just on fire.
Oh man. That's
And he just
colors,
the
fucking
colours.
cleanliness,
Yeah,
fuck.
he's just so tight, and he just now.
Characters,
Yeah,
fucking everything.
but that's with all the boys. Like it's so good with all the fellas who are in the crew. Like because you just go, you don't have to sit there and go, oh, I hope they're going to do something. They just pull it out. And then you
You
go, oh,
fucking know they're gonna do something good.
yeah, and you think, it's like, oh shit, have I got enough talent to be with them this time? Because I get along the truth.
Well,
I just
that's a
want to paint down the end somewhere.
yeah, well, that's a good thing about having people that are like, I'm not saying they're better than you, but I'm just saying like if you've got a crew that's got like
I'm not fussed if they're better than me.
everyone's so talented, it fucking lifts your game. So you're like, fuck,
Yeah,
I better fucking step it up here.
and then we
So
or Limit was telling me about Mame up in the Gold Coast.
yeah,
And so he's now in CBS. We put him in.
wow,
So he's up. He's coming down this weekend for paint, which is good. Um, yeah, like, and if we're making decisions, especially the Sydney ones, I don't make the decisions. Like, okay, I might be like the figurehead of the CBS in Sydney and all that. But if we're putting anything in or anyone wants in, we all chat about it.
yeah,
If
yeah, that's a good thing.
one person's got a problem with that guy, then it doesn't happen. We've all got to
Yeah,
be okay. Like I've got a bloke I'd love to have in the crew, but he's got that much baggage.
Yeah.
The boys don't deserve to have that baggage to come along with it.
Yeah, well that's kind of a big problem. That's why I never really did too many crew stuff. Like I'm in two crews now, but the whole crew thing kind of put me off. Like, 'cause if you got problems with one person, you got problems with the whole fucking thing. You know what I mean?
That's right.
I never wanted to really be involved in all that shit. So kind of, when I was younger, I wanted to do everything. You know what I mean? But then you grow up and you're like, I don't want fucking dramas anymore, man. I'm
No,
getting older, so I'm just like
you just don't
fucking
need it.
yeah. So it's but yeah, let's um. Let's go back into like the older crews back in the day, like around like the 90s, I guess. Yeah, the 90s
IBS.
was a pretty rough era in my opinion. I don't know what do you think about the 90s
It
era?
was like it
I
was
mean,
because
you had the there was like wars between like I think it was like ML and WL.
yeah,
That was a really big one for the scene for me. But
I was
what
in,
do you think about that?
I didn't have much to do with that. Look, I had enough dramas while I was in crew. I was in IBS. Like we had dramas because of one guy, and we didn't know that this one guy was causing the dramas.
Mm.
But like there was in IBS, it was when it first started. It was Outlaw, Scram, Dozen, Unique, Tome, and myself, and everything was good. Then couples dropped off. Then Brick, Defy come into it, Spice come into it. But
Yeah,
like, and in saying that, look, I was the instigator in a lot of the drama too, because playing football and the things I had to do with football, I direct off football, and I
your
took it
ego
like,
gets in the way.
yeah, it wasn't just ego. It was like if like some of the boys got harassed or belted by someone, and then it was my job to step in and fix that problem for them.
Yeah, okay.
And it happened to me a bit, and I was like, wasn't the nicest kind of person to be around in the early '90s, mid '90s.
Yeah.
I was also very tempted. I was going to join a bike club with a
Yeah,
couple
okay.
of boys I used to on the outside who were painters and anything, but that was the thing. Like we crossed a couple of paths with a few guys. Like one of my dad's mates was in the Bandits and
Yeah.
knew him and a few other guys here and there. And it was just got into a bit of a dark spot. And then I was pretty lucky that I ended up meeting my missus and just went, no, I had
Yeah.
none of that.
Well, that's a kind of a good thing with graffiti in a way. It kind of pulls you away from that kind of thing too, I guess. I don't know, is that kind of what you felt too? Like, because you want to get more into like the artistic kind of thing, but then you've got like, you know, the bike is trying to bring into the darker side of
Well,
stuff. But
see,
I mean, you would have
a
been a
lot of
bit
riders
torn,
went
to
into
be
the bike
honest.
clubs back in the day.
Sorry?
A lot of bikers, like a lot of riders went into the bikies back in the day too.
Yeah, yeah.
Like there was a few, like Hooker and all that. He was ended up getting killed. He was in the Bandits. He
Okay.
was a rider back in the day, and there was a few others in there too.
Yeah.
Like it was sometimes graph come across over like you're doing graph, then you're robbing, stealing,
Yeah.
and went from there. Then all of a sudden you bike clubs in the '90s, and it just kind of that's how the progression went. But it's
Yeah.
like a lot of riders didn't do that as well.
Yeah.
Instead of some riders were on the fringe, like they just wanted to bomb and destroy everything.
Yeah, that's what
Other
I mean.
ones,
It kind of blends into it too. Like you're
yeah,
doing the same shit, but you're just in a graffiti crew or you're in a bikie crew. Like it kind of, yeah, it's a bit fucking wishy-washy, you know what I mean?
yeah.
It's like,
It gets in a bit of a grey area, like,
yeah, yeah, I know what you mean.
but like, but it wasn't my graph mates weren't nothing involved with any of that. It was the guys I used to like mates I used to hang around at different times. They weren't my football mates. The boys used to hang around their neighbourhood, and they were right into it. Like they had their Harleys and stuff like that, and I was designing tattoos and T-shirts for bike clubs and stuff at the time, and it just kind of all blended in. And I realised that some of the boys on the weekend mates were dealing with them as well, and that's what it all kind of went. Hang on a minute, I don't want no part of this if the drugs are involved because me mate got robbed by a couple of commos and that, and then it all blew up. And I went, no, I want no part of this. And like I said, I just started seeing my wife now at the time and said, no, I don't want none of this. I'd rather be here with doing this instead. And
Yeah,
just pulled myself right away from all of that. Just stay with the graph side of it
yeah,
and the art
smart,
side of it.
smart.
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you
Well,
did join, mate, you'd be fucking.
well,
You might not be here today, mate. So it's
well,
probably
that's it. I would have
you
been
made
what,
you made the right decision.
nearly 30 years in
Yeah,
at the time. Like I was 25, 26 when I was thinking about it.
yeah,
Like you just go and you just see what happens now, what happened now with them. Like they've all been squashed and all that.
yeah, yeah. It's tough because yeah. I mean, you had all your mates and stuff, but I mean, so yeah, some of the I can't really speak for biking and stuff. I don't really know anyone, but like you can just see where like some people come from families that are broken and stuff, and they're looking for a father figure or whatever, and then
Yeah.
they start getting into I got mates in like this area, and then the bikey stuff starts happening, so they just join straight away. You know what I mean?
But it was
Whereas like I
weird
think I
because,
think I think the graffiti scene is kind of like that, but it's not. I don't know. It's not too intense like that. You're just going to paint a wall, you know what I mean? But you do have
yeah.
your urchas and stuff like that, but it's not as intense. I mean, yeah. What do you think about that? Like, um,
Well, I was kind of like the people I kind of grew up like that. They weren't really split homes. Like
yeah,
most of the guys I knew, like they weren't from bad homes. It was just one of them things they just got into. It
yeah,
was just like a stepping stone really for them.
yeah,
They worked with certain guys who were in the club and stuff like that. And I just, yeah, was no, no
yeah.
part
Okay.
of it. Like, and it was different, like, because I had like three different cores of mates. I had like me vandal mates, me footballer mates, and the mates outside of all of that. And
Yeah,
my mates outside of all that, the ones who were right in amongst the drama. And
yeah,
they all kind of grew up and actually, a few of them got touched up by them, by bikies, and they're going, okay, that's the end of that. Like,
yeah,
a few of them joined and they wanted out, and you just don't out like out of a crew.
yeah,
they they got belted and had their bikes taken off them. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's funny. Yeah, even like going to school and stuff, like you got your schoolmates and you got your fucking your graph mates and you're torn between like normal people and
mm,
then like you got your crime people and it's like I don't like now I don't really speak to anyone from school to be honest
no,
because I just can't relate to them, you know what I mean?
yeah,
Like and then you got your graph mates and fuck man, yeah, I have a ball with them, you know what I mean? Especially getting into older years, like
yeah,
you got your misses and stuff, and like I know, yeah, they got like office jobs, like their husbands have office jobs, like her friend has office jobs, and I just can't relate with them, man. And then when you have like graffiti mates, like you just fucking get along like a house on fire, you know what I mean?
that's
So it's
right.
hard.
Because
It's yeah,
when you pick a path, really, like at the
yeah,
end of the day,
you
like
do. There's a crossroad.
it is, and like guys, like there's so many paths to pick, and like no one's really that stupid to go down the bad line, really. Like you got a choice, and it's up to you what choice you make. Like I made the choice not to do the football mates because what wasn't my thing anymore. I didn't relate to them because I will stop playing.
Mm.
My other mates, they kind of grew up, moved away, and then my Vandal mates, like they were just level-headed and said, "Let's just do this. We'll just paint. We'll enjoy ourselves." And okay, and that's what we did. Like I was
Yeah,
lucky. Like I was painting a lot with Unique
yeah, yeah,
back in the day. Like he was, and he was always level-headed, good, great bloke.
yeah.
Like soul of the earth kind of bloke.
I've got to get him on the podcast,
Oh,
man.
you've got like he's. I met Unique in 1988,
Wow.
and I was going to a Def Jam thing down in Bondi, and he was on a train, and I was actually met up with this guy Simon, and he was one of his mates, and we just got chatting, me and this Simon, and he ran into Unique, and we got chatting, and yeah, a couple of years we didn't really lose touch because we weren't really mates or anything, but back in the early 90s, I run into him. He was living with Spies, so got chatting with him, and yeah, we've been mates since the early 90s, like quality mates too. Same
We
crews back in the day.
yeah, I was gonna say, sorry, with the unique thing with like Death Wish cast and stuff. Like, what were you in the background of one of those fucking music film
Yeah,
clips?
yeah.
The one with all the graphic
Street
shit
level,
behind it. Was it Oz Down? Was it Oz
yeah,
Down?
at street level Blacktown. And next that I was there for a little bit, but they were filming it all. That
Yeah.
I went to do something. Well, I had to go somewhere and I'd write my car off that afternoon. Yeah.
That's another story, is it?
Oh no, it's just a car went flying past me and I just went through a red light and the guy jumped a light and I got him.
Fuck. T-boned.
Deboned him, got him.
Yeah,
Didn't get away
right.
from me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I was street level Blacktown. That was a lot of stuff happened down there back in the day.
Yeah.
Deathwish they performed down there a couple of times, I think. Behind there was the squash courts where all the boys from back in the 80s piece, like there was Devil, Tudor, D, all those guys were down there doing pieces. Like it was just massive back then.
Yeah. Any dramas back there?
Well, I suppose with the other guys, in the 90s down Australia, there was always a drama. There was always someone getting clipped down there. There was always a beef with somebody. I had a couple, but like a couple other boys had a few stinks down there. But you knew it was coming, and if you went down there and you knew you had a problem with someone, you knew you were going to get clipped for it.
Mm.
And back then, especially in Blacktown, you got clipped.
Yeah. Yeah, the West was always pretty rough compared to, oh, I mean, the inner West, well, that's where that fucking, the main line versus West line kind of drama kind of really kicked off.
Mm.
Did,
I just stayed right out of that. That was
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we interrupt this program to bring you Backyard Prince. This guy and his company, fucking amazing. I mean, I've run through a couple of sticker companies, but I met this guy in at Sorrow's open gallery, I think it was called. Absolute sick cunt. Love everything he does. I mean, he's not just about his business; he's just about spreading the love in the culture, and I really trust this guy. So, just want to say, shout outs to him. Check out this shit. Look at that hologram sticker. I mean, he does a lot of other stuff. He's an Australian custom printing business that specializes in creating custom stickers and printed products, particularly stickers. It's made from materials like eggshells and vinyls, including options like hand screen printed designs. They offer custom print services where you can submit your artwork and have it printed on various sticker formats for personal or commercial use. So, I mean, you can print a fuckload of stickers from this guy. Absolute legend. I think we'll be doing a lot of stuff in the future together. I think he also sponsors the Toy Division podcast, so go check him out as well. Doing good things in the community. So go to www.backyardprints.com. His Instagram is backyardprints, obviously. But get your orders in there. He can do. He's got some great deals going on. One of the more economical side of prints, I reckon. And I mean, I've got the eggshell sticker here too. Check it. I mean, I've sent it to a couple of people. Positive vibes from everyone. So jump on board, support him who supports the scene. So I really appreciate him coming on to the Aussie Battler journey. So thank you very much. Let's get back into it, eh? Because I know a little birdie told me you stopped a little bit of a scuffle between Alone and Clue back in the day. Is that
yeah,
right? Or,
yep.
yeah. What happened there, mate? I don't know if you want to talk about it, but yeah,
Oh,
I
I
can
don't
edit
know
it
where I
out.
kicked it off. I don't know where we were. I just remember the boys was just on, and I just walked up and just grabbed them and said, "There's no need. Let it go." And I just thought nothing of it. Just stopped and walked off and just walked off and left them, and it just never eventuated.
Really? Because that was fucking. I just remember like hearing stories about like they were beefing with just panels really, and then it kind of got even worse, and everyone started jumping in with street stuff, I guess. But that was it. It was just they
I
seen
didn't
each
look.
other, and then
I because I didn't know the boys.
yeah, okay,
I just seen like a bit of a how you
like
going and all that, and I just
neutral.
walked up, just like enough's enough kind of thing, and just walked off. Like I don't know what happened after it. I don't know what happened before it,
Yeah, okay,
but I just went, we don't need this, and just walked off and left it.
yeah,
So a
yeah,
long
yeah,
time ago, very sketchy on. I don't know if it was down. God, where was it? It was a concert. I don't know if it was a concert. Could have been another drummer I've been involved. Like I've been in that many of them. It
yeah.
might
Was
have
it?
been in that
Yeah,
one. Like
I don't know the exact details of it, but I
was
mean,
there
you had the
one?
what was it? Was it when was it Run DMC came to
No,
Australia?
no, it wasn't them. It was some other crew. Yeah, I know what you're
Or
talking about now. I had a.
that was a big one too, right?
I wasn't the Run DMC one. There was one.
Who was that? I can't remember.
And they had a stick. One of the rappers had a stick from San Francisco. They were because actually when I was in San Fran, I painted with one of them, and I didn't even realize.
Yeah, but I
It was
just
right.
remember hearing stories about it. And I was like,
There was
fuck,
an
like every cunt's there.
yeah.
Like,
So I think the guy who I was with and he was not long out of jail, and he was just an animal, like just did not care, and he was in the middle of the street. I just started seeing misses. I ended up I ended up getting into a fight with someone. I had signed records, and someone was cutting them, and I'm fighting someone,
Fucking
and I
hell,
just
mate.
said,
You're in
and I hit
dramas,
him,
mate.
and I remember hitting him, and his nose went, and he just spat blood in my face, and I just said, that's enough. We don't need this shit no more.
Yeah,
And then like my missus just started seeing me, and I get in the car and covered in someone else's blood because they spat all over me.
yeah,
Lost records, and they said, "Get out of here, Jasy. Shit's hit the fan." Might have been that night. I don't know if it was alone or that.
yeah.
It was
Okay.
a concert, but
Yeah, okay. It might have been that night, you reckon? I don't know, maybe.
I
Oh,
don't
but
know.
man, there's been so many fucking hip hop nights, and it's always, I mean,
I
yeah,
stopped going to them after that.
sorry.
I stopped going to them after that.
Yeah, because it's kind of, yeah, there was one out west. I can't remember where it was back
St
in like
Mary's.
2000 something. Something out west, I think it was called. I don't know. Someone's mentioned it before, but my memory's fucking terrible. Your memory's hectic, by the way.
We had one. There was a Death Wish performing. I think it was mid 90s, and there was a massive stink with Kidham, Code, Poser, and myself. These guys from Auburn, and one of the guys abused Kidham's missus, call her something, and well, Kidham, sorry, get rid of that. Kidham, he could look after himself really well, and he said to the fellow, "Mate, if you want to go, we'll go." And just drilled this guy, and he was on him, and I just remember seeing a guy walking over to kick him in the head, and I walked over and bang and just dropped him, and it just blew up after that. And we got abused by all the people saying we wrecked the night and all that. So we didn't wreck the night. I saved me mate from getting his head kicked in. That's
Yeah.
what I was doing.
Fuck. What
Like,
are you gonna do? Stand back?
there's like Poser and Code, they were in it. The 2000 ones, I stayed right away from it all.
Yeah.
The hip hop nights, then I just stayed right out of it. I
Yeah,
was
because
married by
that's
then, so
yeah. 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 I
I had
just
a
remember
house, paying the house off and that. And
yeah,
I wasn't.
every single hip hop event we went to, there was just dramas after it. Like everyone's had a couple of fucking whiskeys and fucking,
They
you
used
know.
to have them at a place called the Lucky Australian at St Mary's. They used to have hip hop nights there a lot. And I went to a couple of them, and as soon as you walked in the door, you just feel the tension going
Yeah,
on.
you
You
can
know what's
feel
going
it,
to
eh?
happen
You
here.
can feel it.
Yeah, you go, oh, I'm having one beer and I'm out. It's said the boys going, where you going? I said, I'm going. They go, why? I said, because it's going to be a blue, and you all know it. So I'm
Yeah,
not fighting
it's all
anymore.
good at the start, and then
Yeah.
after a couple of bevies, it's like fucking
Someone walks
done.
in, I don't like this guy, and here we go.
Yeah, and then you got all your mates, their mates, and it just turns into a fucking shit show.
Yeah,
But
everyone's getting grabbed and locked up.
yeah, yeah.
Good
But
times.
I think it's gotten a little bit better these days. Like,
Yeah, a lot of people have calmed down, which is good. Like,
yeah,
I remember back in the day, I had massive, like, dramas with Zombie, and it wasn't like from my own doing, from like the third party.
yeah,
I finally met him, and he's a dead set quality bloke.
yeah, man. I just met him like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
mate, I couldn't speak highly enough of the guy. Like, okay,
yeah,
he's had his problems, and his thing back in the day was looking after what he did.
mm.
But the good thing about Zombie, you knew where you stood with him.
Yeah. I think
And if you're going to cross the line, we'll just get ready for it.
yeah, I think if I mean, like I've said it before, um, like everyone's. You hear all these stories and stuff, and like, someone must have done something to someone else for them to react in a certain way. But when you actually meet these people, man, they're fucking actually nice people. Like it's
Yeah.
just don't be a fuckwit to each other, and you can get along. Like it's just so
I just
it's just from like I don't know, like capping back, like a lot of capping stuff, you know. But
Mystery put us in a place to have a chat. Like I was doing one of those. Matt was putting on one of those graph things he did, and Ricky Seven was there, and Swayze was there, and I was doing my thing. Zombie was there, and I just walked. And Matt said, "You should have a chat to him. You know, like, he's a good bloke." And Matt's a quite Mystery's a quality bloke with
yeah, man,
character.
yeah, yeah,
He's he knows his characters really well. And I went up to him and said to him, "Mate, how you going?" I could see the look in his face going, "What's going on here?" Because he
yeah,
knew who I was and that.
yeah, yeah.
And I said, "Mate, just want to have a quick chat if it's all right. Like nothing." I think we chatted for about half hour, 40 minutes, and by the end of it,
Your mates.
yeah, like, but he was
Funny that.
mates. Well, his mates
You
with
both have the
Roski.
same like same priorities. You want to paint,
Yeah,
everyone
well,
wants to have a good time.
he's
What's it?
good mates with Roski, and I grew up with Roski because he lived around the corner from where I live. Like he
Yeah,
was
that's right.
playing back
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
80s. Like he'd go to his grandmother's house. Like his grandmother used to look after us like we're our own kids.
yeah,
Like and was mates with him. Like we had a couple of falling outs like you usually do,
yeah.
but yeah, I said caught up with Zombie and had a chat with him at Code's 50th. So I was talking to him like, and we're talking like we've been mates for about 100 years.
Well, you got a lot in common, man. Like you
Yeah,
graffiti writers. Like
yeah.
it's
And
just
the
funny to
stuff he
me.
was
Like
doing
yeah, like you
was
look.
just quality. Like when him and that Dave did those end to ends on the trains, and you go, that looks like something
Oh,
you see back in the 80s on those wild style books and shit like that.
oh man,
It was
don't
just
get me
next level.
started.
Oh, I should look at it. I should have been doing that back in the day, but I was, too busy doing my football and crap. Did a couple of panels here and there, but nothing to the level these boys were doing. I was just next level.
Yeah, yeah,
Untouchable.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, it's funny that like we're all here doing the same shit. It's
Yeah.
just some things just
But it
happen
just
and it
takes that one
fucking
person
yeah, it
to
does,
throw a
man.
spanner in the works or lie about one thing, and I found out what was going on.
Yeah,
And like it was never a beef between us; it was a beef between him and I. And when he explained to me what was going on, I went, I can fully understand why.
yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah,
funny, eh? It's just all the Chinese whispers that gets around, and then it comes back to one person, and it's completely blown out of proportion,
yep.
and then it's like, oh, I'm telling you what the truth is. Oh, you've heard it. It's sweet. Like it's it's just
Well,
weird, man. It's such a weird fucking thing,
but
but
it's what three
that's what.
sides to a story, isn't there?
Yeah, that's right, man. But I thought, yeah,
Yours, theirs, and the truth.
yeah. But that's what I was kind of saying about like these days now. I think it's come into a really fucking good position in graffiti. Like everyone gets along. I mean, there is, you got your outliers or whatever. There's always going to be that, man. It's graffiti, shit
Yeah.
happens. But I think it's gone into a more positive thing. What do you reckon? What do you reckon about the scene these days?
The scene these days, like there's so many quality young fellas out there. I don't know them, but I do when Drisky he puts his stuff up and I follow him and I look at all the stuff out there because he's just a photo fiend. It's
Mate,
unreal,
shout out to Dritsky.
Yeah,
Fuck.
like he just gets out there and does it. He's another great bloke I've got a lot of time for.
Same, man.
Um,
I love him.
yeah, and he just gets out there, he takes photos, and which is so good because I don't travel and look at the stuff anymore like I used to. But he puts it up and I look at him going, how good are these kids going? Like they are
Mm.
so good or what they're doing. And they go, and you go, how? But they're just some of it just talented. That's all it is. They're just
Instagram, mate. Instagram,
I know there's
like.
could be filters. I don't know, but it doesn't look like filters to me. But
No, I mean, like, there's so much stuff being posted that
yeah,
the young fellas can look at that and get more of an influence. Whereas, like back in like your day, like
we look
in
at a
my day, it
photo.
was like you had like books. You go to the library, you get a book there, or you go to
We didn't have
next
that. We
level
just had
or
photos. You had
craft
to travel to
shops.
get something.
Yeah, and now it's like putting your face when you wake up in the morning, like it's just
Yeah,
there on your phone. So I think they're just using that. And I mean, you got YouTube as well. I mean, there's fucking tutorials of how to do graffiti now. So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, you can fucking
You can't go wrong, really. I
yeah.
still
So
can.
I think it's definitely leveled up the game with the young fellas, but and now also like you do have a lot of older fellas like yourself, me. Like I try and help out as many young fellas as I can. We don't have that kind of stigma of rocking up and just fucking rolling you for your pay.
No,
So,
I like to help when I can. Like,
yeah,
and that's
yeah.
the good thing about the CBS boys. Like when we're doing something, we're all doing a wall, and someone sees something, we say, "Look, what would you do if you did this?" And like everyone's open minded about it. And like
Mm,
when I see someone painting, like I say to them, if you put a shine here, they're just going to pop it straight up.
yeah.
Like I remember when I was up at near Byron paint with teaser and straps and odds and don'ts and that. Secret was painting as well, and like Secret's a mad painter.
He's a freak.
Yeah,
Shout out to him.
yeah, like he was just
Fuck.
doing some stuff on this wall. I said, "What happens if you just did this shadow this way?" And he looked at it and went, "All right," and did it and it just looked so much better.
Mm.
He goes, "Mate, thanks for the tip. I'm going to use that all the time. I never thought of it that way."
Didn't get offended, just went, yeah, I'll
No,
fucking
no,
try
like,
it.
and that's the good
Yeah.
thing about Secret. Like he's a quality fellow. Like he's the one who takes everything on board, and you've got to take everything on board. Really, like they're not
Yeah.
trying to be big headed or anything, or they're just trying to help. That's how I look at it. I'll listen to
Yeah.
anybody. Like anyone says to me, like, "Oh, if you did this, it looks so much better." Well, it is because they're looking at a different color eyes than yours.
Yeah, four
Because
eyes
you're
are better
looking
than
at,
two.
yeah, well, that's right. You're looking at your stuff all the time, and you go, okay, and you're always in that funk of going, oh, it's the same thing over. And then someone steps in and goes, if you did this way,
Mm.
do it, and he goes, well, how good does that look? And like,
Mate,
I never shut down anybody who's going to give me a hand or have a chat to me about something. No way, because that's how I learn. You still learn from it.
you just improve, right?
Yeah, I'm not afraid of taking advice from someone younger than me. No, no chance in like
Yeah,
going at me.
yeah. Most old fellas won't will not listen to that shit.
No, you ain't on
Even
me.
when it comes to work, like even just normal work. Like if some young fella's telling you how to do your job, you're just like, fuck off, whatever. But mate, I'll learn if they've learned something better than me, mate.
Yeah.
Fucking tell me because I want to get better too.
Well, that's right, and that's how I see it. Like, with like something like that, rights and emo and all that, I look at their stuff and how
Oh man,
they talk to you about how they do their things, and you go, sweet, I'll take that on board. And
yeah.
Pecky's another one who'll give you
Oh
crazy.
fuck, he is a freak.
I've painted with them a few times, and they're not afraid like that to have a listen to what you got to say, or not afraid to come and get. Jayask's another one. Come off
Yeah, man.
with him one day, and he goes, "If you did your drop shadows this way, they're going to look so much better." Bang, it did. Like I was just cookie cutting the same thing over and over. He goes, "If you do it this way, you get sweet as like."
Yeah, it's funny. Well, it's not funny. It's like yeah, it's kind of
I think it's a full circle kind of
yeah.
thing.
The graffiti scene's growing up. Really,
Yeah,
it's.
no one takes anything to heart anymore. Like
Mm,
it's not a nasty thing when they go, oh, if you just do this and laugh at you about it, or like they just tell you, oh, I think if you do this way, you go, oh, okay, I can see what you're saying now because you can't see it because you're so focused on it all the time. It's in front of you.
mm.
Like you're 2 or 3 hours looking at your piece, and
You don't
you
know what to do
yeah,
to finish
and
it
you
off, and
blur.
then someone tells you.
Or someone comes, why don't you all feel like this? And I'll
Yeah.
go, oh, I'll give them the chance to show me. You do the first one, then I can just copy it after that.
Yeah, I've done that recently. We've yeah, I just joined a
I'm
crew
more than happy to
recently.
give a can to somebody. Yeah, thank you. All right, get into it.
Yeah, but yeah, I've joined a crew recently, and yeah, went out and did a crew piece. Like everyone went together and did their pieces, and then you just stand back, and then someone comes over and goes, "Oh, it would look nice. Just do a little bit of this here and that." And I'm like, "Fuck, I didn't even think of that shit.
Yeah.
Nice, do it, and it looks way better." And you're like, "Fuck."
Well,
So
we were in Canberra, we went down to Canberra. It was just me and him because we didn't paint with all the guys on that killing Canberra thing. We did get invited, but we ended up saying no because I think people pulled out no just asking us. But
yeah,
we did our own thing, me and Tees, and like he was like schooling me in different things. Like we did one piece on the Friday. We come back the next day and we met another guy, an old Sydney writer who writes ski. He come down there and did a piece next to us as well. And
is that SKI?
yeah,
Oh yeah, true. Yeah,
and sorry, Teaser was saying to me, if you do this in your piece, that'll pop it up, and it did. Like it was just so good. Then we did these canal walls, and we did like a big two namer thing. He did his wolf character. I did me like female character, the same kind of genre kind of thing. And the bubbles he's putting behind there, and I was doing bubbles on top of that, changing different things up and putting under his and cleaning up this part. He's cleaned up my parts for me. Like at one stage, he's doing my piece, I'm doing his. Like the
I do
background
that
and
all the
that.
time, man. It's
Yeah.
mad.
Then Straps is over there, and I'm doing a character for Straps, and Teaser's doing something for him as well, and Straps is doing something else over here. And like, we better go back and finish each other's pieces.
Yeah. No, I think it's good because especially with backgrounds, man. Because some people can't do certain things, and then if you're trying to make each other's pieces match, I mean, if you can do a better background, fucking you do my section, and then I'll
Yeah,
help you out with something else. I'll do your fucking highlights or some shit. You know what I mean? So it's good to help each other out when you're doing like a
I'm all good for farming out my work.
come and help me do my pieces, mate.
Yeah, I'll do the first and the final. You do everything around it in the middle.
Yeah.
And put me up too because you got a better hand style of tags.
Oh man, that's funny. But how did you get into like the mural space? Like, cause you have fucking like I moved into your area back probably about 8 years ago or something, and I just remember just like driving around the streets, new area for me, and just seeing your fucking pieces on every fucking shop wall, man. How did
Yeah.
you is it all word of mouth or you just rock up to the cunt's shops and just be like,
A
can
lot
I
of it
paint
was,
this or what?
yeah, it was kind of like that, but a lot of it was hard work. Like I know there's a lot of flack and people having a big bitch about how many walls I had. And I
Mm.
said, these things didn't happen overnight. Like the big one I got at Blacktown, like I got a lot of letters from my walls because like I had the coppers rolling that many times, and if I didn't have the letter rolling in the shit, and like
So
what
you need a letter? Like you need like an
some of
actual
them I do,
written
yeah,
letter from like the
from
store
them, yeah,
owner.
yeah, because coppers back then when I had them all, they were
Yeah.
straight onto it,
Oh, of course.
just going, no, no. I said, well, yeah, here's the phone number, give it a call. We're allowed to be here. And the thing is, don't arc up because they're looking for the fight.
Yeah, of
So I
course.
was always pleasant with them and polite and everything, and go, okay, yeah, no worries. But here's but like some of the walls, like one of my big walls, it took me nearly 12 months to get it. Like it's on a government building, and I went through the ringer to get it.
Mm.
KGB boys paint down there one day, and I said to them, "Look, this is a government building. You've got to make sure it's clean. Don't go above that line," because they said they want nothing above that line.
Mm.
Anyway, I go down there and I looked at the pieces and everything was going good. Come back the next night, got a phone call the next day from someone from the building, and they go to me, "What's going on with the wall?" I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "It looks all patchy and unfinished." I said, you can see stuff in the background and stuff like that." And I said, well, what were they doing? They paint it black. They were just doing, they didn't cut in, like cut back in the black in the bricks. So you can see the pieces
Oh.
underneath it, like all the different colors. Like
Yeah,
they rolled the
right.
wall and in the cracks, you could still see other color the pieces from underneath.
Ah, so it doesn't look clean.
Didn't look clean to them. And they were having a
Fuck, are
spit and
they
said,
that
it doesn't
fucking
get,
worried about that shit?
well, that's what I thought. Well, what's the big deal? I thought,
Yeah, but I guess I don't see it like that.
no,
Yeah.
well, they didn't because every time I painted in there, it's been clean, one color all the way through. It didn't look stuff coming through.
Yeah, okay.
When I first started painting down there, they were watching and going, and this is what I've got to do, and this is what I'm going to do here. And
There's guidelines you have to follow.
yeah, and they didn't do it. And so I'm thinking, I said, look, just give me 2 months, and I ended up doing a piece every single week until I went over everything they'd done because they wanted to take it
I
all
think
off
I've
me.
fucking seen that one. He had like fucking 10 pieces on one
Yeah,
wall. Was that
because
that
they're
wall,
going to
was
take it
it?
off me.
Fuck. Yeah, right. So if you didn't do that, then you wouldn't get that wall back.
They were going to take the wall off me. Yeah,
Oh shit, okay.
and I let a couple of boys paint walls before, and then they bombed the shops.
Yeah, well that's an issue.
And
Like, yeah, that's the problem with like legal walls, man. Like,
And I go to
you
them,
know,
and I just stop letting them saying to people, no, you can't pay me wall no more because
yeah,
lose it. Like
brings
it
dramas.
only brings dramas, but it wrecks what I've done. Like, and I'm not like I don't ask people can I paint their walls. It's unless they're like really good mates of mine.
Yeah.
Like I've got enough walls, so I'm not going to go to someone's wall and just go over their pieces because I've got enough. I bring people out to paint with me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if I get invited, okay, no worries. But I just don't go anywhere because they put time and effort in getting their walls.
Yeah, and
So I'm
it's very fucking hard to get a wall. Like, sorry, fucking something stuck in my throat. It's very hard to get a fucking legal wall, man, especially these days. Like, fuck, the cops are all over shit, so
well,
it
it
is very
depends
hard
where
to
you go,
get.
what
So
council you're looking at.
as long as you go with like whoever's got the wall, I think just appreciate that they've got this wall for you. And yeah, just follow the guidelines, and if don't. If you want to go bomb, go fucking go bomb the lines.
Yeah, well,
But yeah, I understand what you're talking about, man.
yeah, because I was in really good Blacktown Council and I got a few things from them back in the day.
Mm.
I looked after like quite a few walls and they gave them to me and all that. And I just kept them up, like change them up and all that, just to give something different. Like before they were getting smashed, the shops were getting smashed, the walls were getting destroyed and that. So we just started, I said, look, if you let us do pieces on here and we'll look after them,
It won't get touched.
they won't get touched. Hopefully they
Mm.
don't get touched. And if they do, we'll go straight over them. And
Yeah.
that's
Well,
what we
I
did.
think it's good for you have those like mixed businesses on corners.
Yeah.
I think it's fucking way better than them going out with their fucking rollers and rolling over tags. Just let the riders do their thing on the side, and they're proud of what they do.
Well, that's
So
it.
if
But
someone goes over and does a tag in the background, they're going to come back and fix it up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
For free, pretty
yeah.
much. Like,
Well, that's
you
what
know
you
what I mean?
mean. The first thing, like I used to say to them, it's going to cost you nothing.
Mm.
The first thing everyone thinks of, like, if they're going to charge us to do something.
Yeah,
If you,
yeah.
like I said, if you let us do what we want to do, it's going to charge you nothing. I'll clean up, I'll look after it, and if
Mm.
you don't like it, I'll paint the wall the color you want it painted. And as soon as
Yeah.
it puts them on the good foot, instead of saying, it's going to cost you, as soon as you walk in and say it's going to cost you this, this, and
They
this,
don't want it, man.
they don't want that. Say, I'll pay for
Yeah.
everything. And you just put a feeler out there, a good, like a little good common bond from say, and if you don't like it, I'll roll it for whatever color you want it to be rolled.
Mm.
And then I'll go, okay, he's a genuine guy. Because a few of my walls have got like that. I remember I had that Asian grocer store on the lines at Blacktown. It's changed owners now and they won't let me paint it.
Oh, I know the one. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I said to the owner at the time, I said, mate, if you don't like, because he had to interpret his nephew or something. And I said, tell your uncle, I said, if you don't like what we do, I'll come back and roll the whole thing again.
Yeah.
And he goes, have the wall. I said, can I get a letter? Gave me a letter. And everything was good.
Yeah. But then you also get the ones that are like, I don't know, I've had it before and they're like, oh, can you put like my logo here and all this stuff? And I'm like, I can do that, but then I'm gonna have to fucking charge it because
Yeah,
I don't like I'm not a sign writer. So
yeah.
it's like
And that's what I said.
if you let me
Because I've
do
had
my
that too. They
thing
said, well,
and
can
then
you,
sorry,
sorry.
go.
I said the same thing. I said, look, if you want that there, that's sign writing. So I'm going to charge you that, but I
Yeah,
want you to
yeah.
give me the paint too because I'm not using my paint for it. Oh, okay, then sorry. And yeah.
Yeah, because I've had a few of those, man, and they just knock you
Mm.
back, and I'm like, man, you just don't understand. There's a wall in Prospect there near Lone Star used to be back of a petrol station,
Yep, I know the wall.
and I spoke to the bloke, and he's like, yeah, but you have to put this thing here, and I'm like, well, man, like you're getting tagged every single day, and you're buffing it, you're paying all these people to buff it. Like if you just let me do this thing here and get a couple of my mates, no one's gonna touch it anymore. He's like, oh no, I said, man, I'll do it for free, like it's nothing, you know.
Mm.
No, it's too much. I was like, you know what, don't worry about it. Like, I guess you would go through that all the fucking time.
Yeah, like like the
There's a
two,
line. There's a line.
yeah, the two walls you get, you miss out on 20 because
Yeah.
and it's the stigma too, like that. Because soon you don't walk and say, can I do graffiti either?
Oh
Can I
no,
do
you
a
have to
mural?
walk. I walked in there with bro. I walked in there with a fucking printed out folder of all my Lego walls with characters, just to show that there's some like artistic stuff in here.
Yeah,
But yeah, they just knock it back, and you're like, fuck. All right, next one.
yeah. Try and find the next one.
Yeah, it's funny, man. They just don't understand, eh?
No, they don't because like they just hear graffiti and the first thing they think of is tag
Yeah,
and stuff like that.
you
They
got to
don't
say
see,
you're a muralist, and then it's
yeah.
sweet.
So I'm here to can I do a mural and I show them pictures and stuff and they go, can I have this? Like I remember did a dead train at a scrapyard and she was really iffy about it. She goes, will you do something the kids would like? I said, I'll do some Marvel characters on there, something I wanted. And she goes, no worries. So I done it and it was fine. Like, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, you got to make a bit of a compromise sometimes.
Yeah, but I make sure the compromise is more towards my taste. But I
Yeah,
did a job with Sofa at Blacktown Shopping Centre, and they stiffed me a couple of times. And I said to them, I said, mate, I'm going to burn bridges, and I'm burning from both ends. So get ready. So I ended up getting about $10,000 out of them. Five
yeah,
grand for him, 5 grand for me, plus paint. And we did a spawn carrot, like spawn wall. And I'm thinking,
that's still there, right?
no, they buffed it within a month.
Hang on, are you talking about West Point?
Yeah,
There's some shit downstairs in the food
yeah.
court there.
That was the superhero characters I done with Sofa.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did them.
I was there last weekend.
And then that's the only thing that's left. I did up the top too. We did a Snow White theme up there
Oh,
with big
true.
blockies, and I did all the dwarfs in tracksuits and big hip hop glasses and a witch with all things on her and that. And then they were going to stiff me there as well. And the lady who I was dealing with, who was giving me a hard time about it, I had a paint sponsor and I ended up losing the paint sponsor because I couldn't pay them because they wouldn't pay me.
Mm.
And the boyfriend said to us, said, listen, you know how I don't, 'cause he was a builder, said, you know how I don't get paid certain jobs and the shit I go through. He goes, you're doing that to them boys right now. He said, don't be surprised if they come and wreck it. Well, that weekend, I said to Sobe, I said, get a couple of cans of silver and a black. We're doing throw-ups over it. Like they've had a month, it's going. And yeah, they end up paying us. And then we end up doing that job. It was
I might have to cut that one out.
and then we ended up doing one on the second floor, and it was a nighttime job. Tom was going to take him 2 nights. It took us a night and a half. We just had a ball, me and Sofa. We just in there just doing what we wanted to do, our own pieces, spawn characters. It looked evil as anything. And then I think someone must have complained after a month, and I got a phone call. Said, Chase, they've gone over your wall. I said, what one? I said, the one in Blacktown at West Point. I said, it took them that long after a month. I said, aren't you cut? I said, no, I got paid.
Yeah.
Photos.
Yeah, it's funny, man. The mural space. It's Yeah, even speaking to Riots, Emor, I mean, Sam Absurd, they're all my mates now. And fuck, the dramas they go through,
Oh,
jumping through hoops, man. Like,
yeah,
props to them for doing it. Because,
yeah. I couldn't do it.
oh, man, I'd just
I
get the
stopped doing
shits and
them.
be like, fuck you. And just,
I couldn't
just
do it. Like I take my hat off to them when
yeah,
certain
same,
people
man.
to do it for a job, and like I said,
Yeah.
talking to emails and writes about it. Just the head fuck that they put you through.
Oh,
Like I had one job that Blacktown workers come and approach me to paint their lift wells, the outside of in the car park. I said, yeah, no worries. So we want a rainforest theme on each one of them. I said, okay, cool, no worries. Can you do it for $100? I said, I wouldn't draw for $100.
we can get out of bed for $100. What the
Oh, can
fuck
you
are you
do it for
talking about?
$100? And it's old age. Don't you do this for free? I said, you think paint's
Oh,
free?
bro.
Yeah.
I had this, I mentioned it before, but there was like a well-known chef. He was on TV, Master Chef, all the rest of it. And he was opening up a fucking cafe kind of thing and like a bar thing. And then I knew like one of the designers working on the shop space. And he's like, oh, can you come and do this? I'm like, yeah, yeah, sweet. So quoted it. He's like, yeah, all good. And then he comes in and he's like, oh, oh, it looks all right. Why the fuck am I paying you for? Like this, you guys do this on the street. And as soon as he said that, I just fucking lost my shit. I was just like, fuck you, cunt. Like, I've been doing this for fucking 25 years, mate. Like, you know what I mean? So it's just, the average Joe doesn't understand it. So
No,
it's, you just kind of got to use those words to get over the line. But even that, man, that's fucking disrespectful. Like, I told him, I was like, mate, I can cook a steak myself. I'm not gonna, like, can you give me free steaks? Like,
yeah.
so
I had one guy,
it's funny.
I quoted him a job. He goes, I can get the paint cheaper at Bunnings. I said, can you? Stick it at Bunnings and get the paint. Then he come back to me recently. He goes, oh, your paint supplier. I know you can do it cheaper. What are the chances of doing the job? I said, none, because I don't want your job. Hung up on him.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Try and
funny,
get
man.
Dulux paint at Bunnings. It's like 16, 17 bucks a can.
Mate, there's a garden section. Just throw them out the fucking window.
Uh, Wouldn't even bother. It's rubbish.
Oh yeah, man. Um, so what do you have you got any like have you got like a top five kind of old writers like back in the day, and then give me a top five of new writers. I'm talking real recent, not like like Odyssey and stuff like that, but like the young, real young up and coming. If you know any tags,
Um,
can you give me five of each?
See, back in the day in the 80s, there was Severe, Tudor, QE. Um, who else was there? Devil. Um,
Is that five?
yeah, and oh, there were just so many of them back in the day. Like
Oh yeah, I know what you
there's
mean.
Gadget, Mirzo, Pays, like
What
Rum,
did you like about
Ritzy.
their styles?
Like Tudor was doing stuff and he was doing things back in the 80s and he used to put it up in his style of the 90s. And his characters was just next level. And he was just the paint we had back in the day is not like we had today.
Oh yeah,
Like it was like some of the paint back in the day is just rubbish, chisel tips, and he was just doing some stuff. Severe was another one who just pulled out stuff like it was nothing. And Poser was another one, like the trains he was doing back in the day, doing hardscape panels, and like Gain was another one who used to do stuff back in the day.
mm,
Like it was just full on. You just look at him. 90s was like Unique Days, Mystery,
yeah.
is there Swayze, like
Oh
those kind of
man,
guys.
yeah,
Though 2000s, like you got, especially now, like you got Riots, like Teaser, where Davey was back in, well, Teaser was back in the day as well too, in the 90s and early 80s as well, or late 80s.
yeah.
Riots, Emore, Pecky, like
Mm,
another one like those guys. And like, I don't really know all of them, but you just see them when I was playing the records wall, like them young guys coming through, and you just go, like, how good are these ones going? Like, I think
yeah.
it was Pecky and Swayze, and I think the guy, the tattoo shop guy, fella, where he
Jevons.
yeah, they
Yeah.
did a thing down there, and you said, oh, okay, then I'm glad you're down there because you're making me look average. Like,
Bro, he's
oh,
only
yeah,
been
yeah,
writing for fucking like fuck 10 to 15, not even yeah, 10 like yeah, like he got good so quick, man, but he's always been very artistic. So
yeah.
it's
And that helped so much. You're
yeah.
a really good drawer. Like, I have to really push myself to do characters, and I'm getting lazy as I get older, which is sad. But these guys just push themselves. Like you look at like Pecky stuff, and some of the other boys. Psytac's another one who could just pull it out.
Oh yeah, even back in the day, like yeah,
Yeah, like,
when
um,
I started in like oh 02, and then seeing his stuff like all around like Glebe,
yeah,
fucking all around there, man. I was like, what? How's he doing this shit? Like,
yeah. Well, it was a stage with him, Festy, and Brick, and that, and
oh
Pete,
yeah,
like, all doing stuff around there in the city and all that, and like
yeah.
just brewing stuff.
Big backgrounds,
Yeah,
fucking forests, and all this crazy shit. And everyone was just doing like normal pay, like not
well,
everyone,
that's
but like I was. It was just, yeah.
well. Psytac could get everyone down to that Balmain dome.
Oh, the
He do the back,
dome.
yeah, and
Fuck.
he do the background, the whole thing,
Wow.
and like he'd spend days on it. And
And
I
you're not
remember,
getting paid for it.
oh, and I remember I had it. He said it was going to be dinosaur theme. I said, "Oh, beauty, I've got this dinosaur character I want to do." And he looked at it and went, "Oh, you can do it, but it's not kind of what it's going to go with the theme." And I said, "Well, show me what you got." And he showed me, and everything was realistic. I went,
Mm.
"Oh, not cartoon, okay then." And he did the character right next to mine. Made my piece look like $1 million after he finished with
Yeah,
it. Like, great.
yeah. That realism thing is a whole nother level,
Yeah,
man. I can
and
do
this,
I can do cartoon characters easy,
yeah,
like Nickelodeon, all that shit. I can
on
do
that
it, but
that really
shades
good
and all
stuff.
that shit, no chance.
Yeah, no, just some of them are that good, and
Mm.
he whipped at that background a few times and gone off.
But
I,
you can do some hectic characters too, man. Fuck, how'd you get into the character game? Did someone show you how to do
no,
characters? You
I
learn by
just,
yourself?
yeah, I just thought himself a piece doesn't look complete without a character,
It does look nice.
and yeah, I'm playing this. I've got no character to go this weekend. I don't know if it's going to look right unless someone else does something next to
Yeah,
me,
just get right. Get right, man.
and I just think it just complements the piece, like what I'm going to do. Like I've done the Blacktown War, and I've got next to just about every piece I think I've got a character. I've got a dinosaur. I've got from Roger Rabbit that girl character, a realistic character I did for a guy who died in LA, and that like I go okay, it just makes everything look better. I think if you throw a character in with
Oh
it,
yeah, of course. Of course.
finishes
E-
it to me.
Even if you do like, like doing like one letter as a character, I reckon they're fucking sick.
Well, I went for a phase. I started doing like kind of blocky kind of pieces with a character right in the guts of my name.
Yeah.
And I started really enjoying that. And then I realized I was doing it with everything. With all these wars going on, hang on a minute, that's getting a bit too much now.
Yeah.
I go, oh, I've got to pull that up now. I like
Yeah.
it, but it's getting a bit thin.
Yeah.
Move on.
I like the ones where it's like the fingers are hanging over your piece and it's
Yeah.
like in the background there's like a fucking Hulk or some shit just like
I
I
guess
reckon
I did that in Bali, an illegal piece in Bali on the beach with that one. And I rushed a little bit. I said, oh, hey, I've got the missus looking out for me while I'm down
yeah,
there
yeah.
playing.
I think I seen one of yours in Toongabbie next to the Australia Post PO boxes. There's like a little shop on the side. Is there? Is that
Okay.
right?
Oh, Seven Hills, mate.
Was it a Spawn? It was not Spider-Man. Oh, someone, but it was fucking.
Back in the day,
Oh, mate, it would have been
character
about
wall.
yeah, about 8 years. Not back in
Yeah,
the
more,
day,
maybe
but
more. Was it a tame on the wall?
oh, I can't remember, man. But I just remember seeing a character there. Was that you that did it? Probably. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
think so.
Yeah, man. I was just like,
The
man,
wall I'm thinking
this
of.
guy can do characters, pieces, and that like for me. Like the definition of a burner is someone that can do all different styles and characters. Like if you know what I mean.
Mm.
That's my view on stuff. So I mean, good on you for doing it, man. I classify you as a burner. I'm not gonna like yeah, blowing smoke up your ass, but you know,
Thank you.
yeah, you're one of my favorite writers, man. So
Thanks, mate.
I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man.
No worries.
Been a good chat, but mate, what else can we go into here? What did you end up doing much steel?
No,
Or you tried to
no,
stay
not really.
away from
Because
that?
when all that was going on, I was like really focused on playing League. Like I said, I got graded early.
Yeah, okay.
I was in 1987. Like I started playing 85, and I was doing a lot of bombing. Then I started trying to get into the junior Penrith teams and that.
Yeah, so the
And
footy kind of took you away from
yeah,
that.
that kind of took it away. And then in the 90s and all that, I was partying a lot with like my footy mates. Did a couple here and there, but nothing like what these guys have done over the years.
Yeah.
LA did some freights in LA.
Oh yeah, the freight.
yeah, I did some stuff there with some boys and that. But
You get some mad photos or what?
Got a couple of freights and that. I remember I did one the first year I was over there with Just, and I took a photo. I done my piece of my train and took a photo, and I lit up the train yard. I know that was stupid. I did it again. I happened to notice there's a guy, a train driver, coming down. And I said to Justin, I think someone's coming down to get us. He goes, are you sure? I said, have a look. And he went under a light and there he's hanging outside the train. And what I didn't realise, they cut the wire on the fence. So when you grabbed it, I jumped on the fence to jump over the fence and just rolled straight back on top of me. Going, oh, what? And Justin's running down. He's pulling the fence until he found a spot where they didn't cut it over, went and got away and all that. And going, oh, okay, beautiful.
Fuck, that's a funny technique.
Yeah, like it's real shocking when you jump on the fence and all of a
Oh
sudden
yeah, fuck, you
you
just
roll
fall
back
back onto your head.
and you're laying with a chain link fence on, you're going, oh, this is not great. And you think, you better let it go.
Yeah.
But we're going to go tagging over there once before, I think it was 94, and we're going to do some freeways and stuff. And Just goes, just watch this video before you want to go out. And he goes, oh, but I don't really want to go out, but if you go out, I don't know if you've heard of tag banging
No, I haven't
in the
actually.
day. Well, tag banging in LA back in the day was massive. It was like riders shooting other riders. And you see this guy, he rolls up, it was like a video footage, like a 60 minutes thing. And he's got a can of paint and a fire extinguisher. And I'm thinking, what's the fire extinguisher for? Anyway, he starts doing his throw up. All of a sudden, you see someone, well, you don't see, but you see the bullet holes, someone shooting at him.
What?
So you see the bullets hitting the brick wall and so he lets the fire extinguisher go, cloud of smoke everywhere. So he starts shooting back, but old mate doesn't know which way he's going to run. So he stops shooting so he can get away.
Oh, that's a mad idea.
I'm going, oh, you know what? You can keep that. And then a little while ago, I went over to LA with Blaine, mate who does me tattooing, and we went to this guy's place and we went to do freights over there, guy LAJ. And we go to this guy's house and we pull up, me and Blaine and LAJ, and look at this guy's house. And I'm going, there's something not right with this house. But Blaine, and he goes, well, I said, why? What's wrong? I said, well, the concrete line's got half a face and there's all bullet holes in the house.
Oh, fuck.
Jay goes, yeah, well, old mate's a gangster. I go, right, yeah, then. We go in the house and we're sitting in his room and he goes, oh, we have to draw on the floor in case there's a drive-by because he lived in a
What?
cul-de-sac. So we're all on the floor drawing our panels. Oh, what's going on here? We go down there to the yard. We had our vest ready to go. And old mate, who was the house we were at, he goes, oh, let me go down first and have a look. Goes down, it was Thanksgiving. And he comes back, goes, we can't go down. I go, why? He goes, oh, the Mexicans are down there at the houses. And I said, yeah. And he goes, they got guns and they're drunk. We won't make it down there. So, all right, then we better not go. So we'll go the back way. He goes, no, they're loaded. They're ready to go. So we ended up doing freights that night. We ended up going home.
Yeah, good option, mate.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, fuck.
Funny stuff, but over there,
Yeah, man.
life in America is nothing.
But yeah, jumping back into the American scene, man. I was just thinking, did you ever meet any of the, like the wild style era? Like maybe not scene and stuff, but like
No,
did you meet any of those guys?
no.
Zephyr or anyone
I
or
went to
any?
New York,
Yeah.
and an old Adelaide Melbourne rider, Obi, lives over there. So I caught up with him, and I ended up catching up by getting tattooed by Cess when I was over there.
Oh, true. Yeah, yeah.
Went in a tough city, and yeah, Obes took me in there and that, and said looking for a tattoo, and he designed me a tattoo for me, and then got tattooed and everything. Then we went out the back. Guys, you want to paint the train with me? I said, yeah, sure, no worries. So we painted the dead train, and that was pretty good. And I went back a couple of years ago and did the New York Marathon,
Yeah.
and a mate of mine lives over there now, Demote.
I was gonna say, because Demote moves over there.
Yeah,
Yeah, right.
so I hooked up with Demote. Stayer was another quality fella over there, and I messaged Seth saying, like, I was thinking about getting some more work done on my arm. And he messaged me back, mate, I don't tattoo anymore. He said, well, I've got someone in mind if you want. I said, no, if you're not going to do it, I'm not getting no one else to do it. I said,
Yeah.
I'll just leave it as it is. I said, I told him what I was doing, was coming over to do the marathon, and we catch up for a paint. And he goes, oh, sounds good. Let me know when you're in town. So I got there, got on to Demote, had a chat to him about what we're going to do. We're going to go to Brooklyn somewhere to paint. Got a message out of nowhere from Cess going, painted the wall, rolled the wall red, get some paint, we're all on. So we're doing rooftops in the Bronx. It was great. Like, he's a good fella,
What?
like this, like just yeah, mate, come down the paint.
Fuck.
I was lucky. I met a lot of good, like quality, like overseas riders. I was lucky. Like with Sweat and CMP, the boys in LA, like a lot of the fellas in LA, I met were all good. When I went to Hawaii, I met up with one of the first original riders over there, Prime,
Oh yeah. Yeah,
and
I've heard it. Yeah, yeah.
I was happened to be just sitting in like some cafe having breakfast with my wife and got one of the local papers and there was an ad, not an ad, but like a thing about graffiti in there. There was a phone number, so I rang it, and then this guy answered the phone and he said, I said, I'm looking to have a paint somewhere. I was just going to go just do rooftop somewhere or car parks or something.
Yeah, yeah.
And he goes, have you got a number I can call you? And I said, yes. So I gave him my number and he goes, can I ring you back in about an hour or so? I said, yeah, no worries. He rings this other fella over there. And he used to be a writer. He's right. His name's Chris. And anyway, he said, yeah, actually, I know that guy. I met him when I was in San Francisco. And I never knew this. Anyway, he goes, yeah, he's a good fella. So this Prime rings me back. He goes, mate, yeah, we'll paint. You come pick me up. Went out painting. Did a couple of things out there. Met another original writer who wrote Quest out there as well. Got paint with them. So that was good. Catch. He moved back over to Hawaii. So I got caught up with him, painted with him. Got tattooed by him as well. The guy I was with, he got tattooed on his belly from him as well.
Yeah.
But the European ones, well, I'm going like Tizer and that. I'm going back over to London to do the London Marathon next year. So I'll be catching up with a few fellas over there. I think Nexus is going to be over there while I'm there.
Yeah.
Brick lives in Amsterdam now, so I'll catch up.
Ah, okay.
So I'll go to Amsterdam and catch up with him.
Mate, what got you into fucking marathon running, man?
I work in a hospital, right? I worked in there. I'm still there. I've been there 19 years, but I did 14 years in intensive care. And
Mm.
I remember this guy dying, and he was, at the time, he was 40 something years old, and I was 39, going on 40 myself.
Mm.
And I did CPR on him 17 times because he had a resus order on him. So every time he died, you had to bring him back.
Fucking hell.
And I
Okay.
got to a point where I said, he died, and I'm not going back in there to do it again. He's just going to die again if I bring him back. And they end up marking his leg. He had this bad infection. The doctors were marking his legs from his ankles, and every couple of hours they'd mark it further up, and that's your body saying to you, you don't need your feet anymore, so you're not getting any more blood to him. And it got to his shins, got to his knees, and when it got just past his knees, his body goes, you know what? You don't need anything anymore. I'm just going to send your blood to your heart, your lungs, and your head. And then your body goes, you know what? You don't need your head no more or your lungs. Shut you
Fuck.
down, and you die. I went, you know
Wow.
what? I'm not doing that because I was starting to put on a bit of put. And I
Yeah.
thought, I've got to start doing
Yeah.
some running. My wife's riding, she's an ultra runner.
Oh
So
wow. Okay.
she does the big ones, 100 Ks and stuff like
Fucking
that.
hell, mate. Jesus.
Yeah. So I thought, okay. She goes, oh, it'll be fun because I played footy all my life. And I went, I don't want to go back to running or training. And she's just tried and so I had to go with it. And yeah, my first marathon I was 51. I did my first marathon in the middle of Australia in the desert. That was
Your
fun.
first one at 51.
Yeah.
Wow. It takes a mindset to do those like long runs. I mean, I can run fucking 5Ks and I'm fucking dead, but it takes a special human being to fucking
Oh,
push through that, you know what I mean? It's all mindset, right?
it is.
Like,
It's 10%, 20% running. That's anyone can do that. But
mm,
70% is your mind. Like if I watched my wife do that 100 K, she did that just over 15 hours, 100 Ks.
that's fucking wild.
And the mindset, how strong her mind was just to keep going. She just crewed or paced one of her mates. He's 65 and just run 240 Ks. Three
What do
days
you
he ran four.
what do you think that is? Like, is it some kind of like trauma from the past that kind of like
Just you enjoy
people
peace
telling
of
you you
mind.
can't do shit, and then when you just go fuck it, I'm going to do this and just prove everyone wrong. Is that kind of the mindset you reckon? Or
Kind of like about 5 months ago, I had a procedure done on my heart. My heart was racing from all the training I've been doing. I had to go and get an operation done on it to slow it down. And I called my doctor in to let me go back early. And he goes, oh, because I don't think he's ever heard someone go, when can I start training again?
yeah.
And he said, oh, I'll give it a week and a bit. So I gave it a week and a bit, and which was wrong because it nearly dropped me twice.
Oh,
I
true.
was 7 Ks in a run and my vision went, went faint. I couldn't breathe. my heart rate was the normal heart rate's between like 60, 70 beats per minute. Mine was at 200 and something.
Wow.
And I'm 7 k's from home and I'm walking home going, you know what, if I'm going to die, I'm going with a couple of schooners under my belt. So I got in the garage, I had my beer fridge, got a couple of schooners in me, said, I'm going pissed. Didn't die. But I had to listen to the second time
Maybe
around.
the schooners fucking put your heart rate down a little bit.
Oh, yeah. When I tell the doctors that story, they nearly turn themselves inside out. They go, what? I said, yeah. It was only three. Only three
I've had
schooners.
that moment, but not from running.
But yeah, but it got sorted out. So back training, I've got a 50K event coming up, so I'm training for that.
Fucking hell, man. So how many marathons have you done?
I've done what outbacks. So I've done Sydney twice, New York,
So what are they, like around 50s?
42 Ks.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. An
Wow.
ultra
So the smaller ones, what are they called? The 25K
halves
ones?
and that. I've done quite a few 21s and
So
20.
they're nothing to you, mate.
Oh, there's something. I'll do the trail because I like the trail run. There's 50 Ks trail, so it's all bush running. There's no road. You're running through the bush and climb and shit. So
Fuck.
yeah,
Yeah, okay.
something different. I enjoy it. Clears me mind.
Yeah. So you listen to
Drinks
music
so
when you're
much
running?
better. The beer tastes so much better afterwards.
I was gonna say
And
it's like
drink.
yeah, it's
I
like
know I'm running it off.
it's like the City to Surf man. Like at the end of it, everyone's just got beers at the end. You're like, yes, I
Well,
made it. I'm like, I haven't done it yet, but I just want to do it just so at the end of it, I can just have a beer.
I remember I did it. My best time was 69 minutes, the 14 Ks. And I got to say to the missus, we've got to go and have a schooner. It was the best thing I've ever had. I think we stayed for hours. She goes, where are we going? I said, oh, I haven't finished yet.
Yeah.
I have not finished yet. I'm still training. But
Fuck,
that's
that's
good.
funny.
Gives me something to do.
Yeah, it keeps you fit, man. I guess it's
I don't like it, but I do it.
yeah, I don't think many people do like it. There's some freaks out there that fucking love it, like that David Goggins guy, but you know,
Yeah,
it's
that's a different story. My wife loves it. She's mad.
yeah, yeah. But I guess if you're both doing it, it's pretty cool. Like you can run together.
Yeah, yeah.
Maybe
She's
she
better
might beat
runner than
you a
me
couple of
because she
times,
just
but
runs off and leaves me.
yeah,
Yeah, she just runs off and leaves me. That's how good she goes. She's so good at running up hills. I call it an alone time.
yeah. That's cool, man. That's cool. So what about music, man? You listen to much music these days, or you
Metal. Heavy metal, I'm into that.
heavy metal? Okay. Were you
Yeah.
always into that when you
Yeah,
were?
well, back in the day, like when I started painting, like there was no real hip hop.
Yeah,
Back in the 80s, it was just like it was Metallica and Kiss and stuff like that all come through Van Halen.
long hair, tight pants.
I didn't have the tight pants, but I had the hair, the mullet,
Yeah,
because
yeah, right.
you weren't Australian if you didn't have a mullet.
Yeah, that's true.
But I slowly, when I met Unique and all, and they got me onto some stuff, and then I started like I like the older hip hop, like I like DMC, Beastie Boys, stuff like that,
Yep.
House of Pain, Cypress Hill, that
Mm.
kind of stuff. Some of the new stuff's okay, but when they start, talking about themselves up a little bit ago, that's a bit much for me.
Yeah, yeah.
But I'm more in the metal side of it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, right. So what type of bands are you into these days?
Um, yeah, band called Bad Wolves,
Mm.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Five Finger Death Punch.
Yeah, that's another good one.
What a name.
Yeah, they're just all like metal bands and stuff like that. I like listening to the older stuff as well. The new
Mm.
stuff that's coming through, I haven't heard much new stuff metal wise, but because it's really not, because if you're not singing, like you got your balls grabbed, you're not on TV or something, like you're not
Yeah,
an idol or something, whatever it is.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just stuff like that, more the, heavier side of music.
Yeah, it probably helps you when you're running too. Do you listen to music when you're running
No,
or you just
no.
oh
I
you
only had
just
music on in the ears when I was playing. I've had a couple of times, I've had my ear pods in and stuff like that, and I've had junkies crawl up behind me, and you turn around and they're right behind you. That wall at Layla Park happened to me
what?
twice because they go and shoot up around the corner. And I was painting away, and I turn around, he's one standing right behind me. I felt some breathing on the back of my neck, so that's a
Oh,
bit weird. And it was some junket. And I thought, here we go. He goes, you got any money? I said, but I got a right hand. From then on, I just didn't have. I painted one to
fuck, I
black.
didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and this guy jumped the fence, and I didn't even hear him. And he's standing right behind me, and he's screaming at me, do you do tattoos? And that block of units, I'm going, mate, no, I don't do tattoos. And I didn't even have time to, because I usually carry my metal roller pole.
Mm.
in case anything happens.
Yeah, yeah.
By the time they picked that up, he was on me. Thinking he
What?
want you to
Yeah.
tattoo me. No, mate, I ain't tattooed.
Come here. Come here.
First, you're trying to
I'll
drag
show
me
you a
into
tattoo, mate.
the units. Tattooing.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's going to do it. I had no gun. Tattoo gun on me.
Yeah. Roller pole's the next best thing,
Yeah.
mate. That's it. But
Yeah, so I don't have any of that. Like, it's not when I run because you don't know what's kind of like where I run around Black and that on the M7 and stuff. Like kids in the motorbikes come up behind you, you can't hear them
yeah.
in the back or anything like
But
that.
what
Yeah,
about the like the actual marathons? You just raw dogging it, just fucking
yeah,
just in your head, just
yeah.
what are you fucking thinking? Like, are you thinking at all, or you just
Yeah.
dead straight? Like, what
No,
are you
I'm
thinking
thinking
about?
like, what I've got. Because when I was doing the New York Marathon, I was thinking, oh, after this, I'm thinking about me piece. I'm painting with like Demo, Stayer, and Cess, and how am I going to do this, and where we're going to get paint from, and all that kind of stuff. Go through that chapter. Then I go through, well, where am I going to get a beer after this? Is anything open? Do they have beer at the finish line?
Where am I going?
Yeah.
Oh, so
Am I
you're
going to
just
make it?
constantly thinking of shit non-stop.
Yeah.
You're not just dead, like
No.
dead inside, just running.
Sometimes I'm dead on side. Like I just think to myself, that's it. Just stop. Just shut
Just
yourself down and go. Because sometimes you just got to do it. Just
yeah,
you get to
okay.
that point after 26, 27 Ks and that wall hits you and you go, shit, now you got to actually start working to get through this. Like pain starts kicking in.
Yeah,
Because
because sorry,
that,
yeah, I always used to think like I just put like the next step in front of me and then get to that and then I'll be the next step, you know what I mean? It's been 20 minutes, it's been 40 minutes. But if you can I guess if you can think of like what's going to happen after this,
yeah,
what's my
you
day
start
going
going through
on?
the Ks. How many Ks got left? Oh, I've taken 1 K off. I've taken another K off. And you can just think in your head, oh, it's getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yeah,
So I
okay.
worked it as well.
Okay. So you think that's a better option than just thinking about your normal day and what's going on after that? Just thinking about the next point?
Yep, the next point, like some, but it's
Small
sometimes it's good.
goals?
Yeah, small goals, but it's also I like to when I'm running to think what I've got to get done, how I'm going to do it, what kind of problems I'm going to create for myself, how I'm going to get out of them. Like, because I can make some problems for myself. That's really good.
Sounds like it, mate.
How am I going to get out of this, and what have I done to this person at work? I don't care about that, so I don't worry about that. Just move on to the next one.
Yeah, yeah. So you're just not focusing on running, to be honest.
No,
Like you just everything else but the steps you're
yeah.
taking in front of you.
Well, that's it. Because when you start focusing on that, that's where things go wrong. Like I did an ultra run down at Market River, and it was 42 Ks, and it's a trail run. And out of the 42 Ks, I think at least 23 were on sand. If you've
Ooh.
ever run in sand, it's the
Oh,
worst thing in
fuck
the
that
world.
noise.
Oh, well, everything's going great, and I've got myself through it. And I see my wife at the 20 something K mark, and I just switched off my concentration when I saw her, and I nearly come a guts into the trees. I cut myself to pieces and all that because I just stopped thinking. I just saw her and got like a smile on my face, a bit excited. How you going?
Uh,
And then I started to trip, hit trees, I cut myself to pieces. Went, nah, get yourself back into thinking again. Then got to 35 Ks, and I stopped to take my shoes off to get the sand out, cramped up like a motherfucker. Like, yeah, just
oh.
cramped. Like something. And I was going, so I had to manage the next 7 or 8 Ks with these cramps and keep a good time up, which is never easy. So then I had to think how I'm going to get through that and climbing fences to get over fences crossing a road so I didn't get by a car. And beautiful
Do
time.
do you think your body reacts to what you're thinking as well? Like what you're saying with the cramping stuff? Do you reckon you
Yep, once you've got it in your head,
that's what I'm kind of thinking when you're saying that.
yeah, like I knew once I cramped and I was trying to get it out of my head, couldn't get out of my head. And
Yeah.
I had to pick a pace and I couldn't go over that pace. And I knew I had to stick to that pace or I was going to cramp. Like I had cramp spray, I was drinking these drinks, I was rubbing shit down my legs to get rid of the
Nothing
cramps,
worked.
drinking vinegar, like beautiful. Put the soul back
Yeah.
into me.
You should have been thinking about the beers, man, then it would have come back.
I had them after it, but yeah, it was good. But my wife did the 80 Ks and she said it was about 40 Ks of sand for her.
Oh,
Oh,
yuck.
yeah, that's what I said.
Jeez.
And she just
All right.
mowed through it like it was nothing. Felt like pushing
Yeah.
over.
Yeah, wow. You're a
Mm,
strong woman, mate.
very strong. They're all women are strong. They're mentally strong.
Oh, mate.
Oh.
Fucking tell me about it. Um, Well, mate, how long have we done now? We've done like almost an hour and a half.
Hmm.
Funny that goes so quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, yeah, just keep chatting.
Yeah, I know it's funny. Um, what are your future plans, man? Like, like with the graph side of things, then we can go into like your personal things.
Um, graph, the graph side of it, I want to like keep going. I'd like keep myself busy with it because I do enjoy it. Like I enjoy the drawing, the start of it. I enjoy the company. I enjoy the whole process of setting yourself up. Like of a Friday, if I'm painting Saturday, I'll go in the garage on the Friday night, couple of schooners while I'm
Get
getting my paint
ready.
organised
Oh
and
yeah.
matching colours and see what goes with this and what character got to do with this and send a message to Don't, see what he's drinking. He'll send me a photo of what he's drinking. I'll send him what I'm drinking. What are you doing tomorrow? And how you doing yours? And stuff like that. What we call it beer porn on a Friday.
Oh, I love that.
Beers we drink. Um, yeah, when I travel, I like to catch up with people when I travel. Like, want to go to London, want to catch up with a few guys over there. Amsterdam, the same thing. Um, Bali, want to go to Bali this well, end of the year. I'll catch up with some people over there and paint.
Oh yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm going to New Zealand soon as well. I've got to line something up over there. If I've got enough time, I wouldn't mind squeezing something in there while I'm over there.
Fucking hell,
Well,
busy man.
yeah, doing some stuff. You've got to get it. Like you've got to.
You got to do something, right?
That's right. You've got to have something in front of you. Like you've got to have a goal to work at, or you just go stale. Like
Mm,
like you go to work every single day. I don't know. I know it's harder for people who've got children, which I understand. But if you can just make a small goal for yourself,
mm.
I want to go. If you're a writer, I want to go to Canberra. I want to go to Melbourne. I want to go to Brisbane. I want to the Gold Coast. Just little goals like that, or I want to go and do a better piece. I want to better myself on this piece. Like if you set little goals for yourself to get yourself your mind ticking instead of being stale, you'll just bounce back on everything. Nothing's a problem to you then.
Yeah.
If
Yeah,
you
that's
start
what
thinking about negatives and you don't have nothing going, then you start blooming with everybody.
yeah.
You start having problems. You start overthinking things. Things aren't working. Then it snowballs and you can't get it back. And all of a sudden, everyone's got a mental health problem. But you can
Yeah.
get yourself out of it because you give yourself little goals.
Let's go on
They're
a
not
fucking
hard.
holiday.
Go on a holiday, but go on like just go for a walk, just whatever you want to do, like get out of the house or something, just go out for the day. Like every now and again, the missus will say when she can see myself getting a bit stale, she says, "You want to go to do one of the brewery tours or something?" She'll take me to the
Oh,
brewery or something. Like she
stop it.
enjoys it, doesn't
Yeah.
drink much. Wife's not a big drinker. I'm the drinker in the house, which is good. Someone's got to carry the weight.
Someone's got to drive home.
That's right. Someone's got to drive home. I've done the DUI charge, and that's a bust. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, but you just got to give yourself little goals, like set little things, little challenges for yourself. Give yourself a challenge. Just
Yeah.
get you through today. I set one every day for myself. Get up. That's a start.
Yeah.
Alarm goes off. Get up and start doing stuff.
I mean, yeah, some people have they get stuck in the rut and they're just, oh, I've
But
got to
it's
go to
very
work.
easy to get stuck in the rut.
Yeah, you got to go to work the next day. You're stuck in your job, you fucking
See, and
kids,
people,
kids, all the rest of it and stuff like that. But if you do have a goal that you want to do, like go on holidays. That's what I've known. Like I've come into to find out recently. I'm like, we need to have a set goal of a fucking big holiday. Like, because we work so hard, man. Like,
that's right.
me and the missus, like, we got two kids. I work fucking 6 days a week, and I do this shit during the week.
Mm.
And then, I get fucking Sundays just to paint and to hang out with my family. You know what I mean? So just setting that goal to have a holiday to look forward to, it definitely puts you in a more of a positive mind space. So I think
Have you
that's a
have you
great
been to
thing.
Bali?
I've been to Bali, I've been to Thailand, I've been a lot of places. I'm
Because
grateful.
there's there's some really good spots over to paint over there now. They've got a
Okay.
great paint store over there.
Oh, true.
Yeah, and like you go to like this is where you can just the missus and kids you go to one of the resorts. They can play. You can go out and have a paint. They've got
Get a
rooms and
babysitter.
stuff. Yeah, well you can, and they
Yeah.
love them. Oh,
That's
these
what
love
that's
little
what I've
kids.
come to realize these days. Get a
Yeah,
fucking babysitter.
babysitter. Like,
Yeah.
but there's you just set little goals. If you can get yourself a decent, like I said, if you ever want to go overseas and want to hook up, let me know. I can set you up with people wherever you want to be.
Mate, sounds like you
I
know
know
everyone in the
someone, no
world.
one fine.
Fuck.
Ever go to LA, let me know, or those kind
Yeah.
of places. I'll hit with the NASA boys, with the CBS boys, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Boys,
That's good.
let's go and do some touristy thing. Hawaii, I can get you hooked up with some guys in Hawaii to paint.
Oh, I fucking love Hawaii.
Yeah.
I went there for my honeymoon, bro. It was fucking amazing.
Been there
I don't
three
know with
times.
the dollar these days. I think Australia's pretty
Yeah, that's going to
fucked.
be a different thing. I just got accepted into next year's Chicago marathon, and
Oh yeah,
we're just weighing up which we've got to do and how we're going to do that. We've got a couple of trips next year. Like,
yeah.
someone's got to start selling their ass. It won't be me. Won't get much from mine, and not a mate.
That dirty little asshole.
That's it. I've seen it before.
That's yeah, it's funny. But um, I was gonna say, can you give us some advice to people? But you pretty much just give me some hectic advice. But I don't know, can you give some advice to maybe some young writers out there,
Yeah,
trying to come up in the scene, you know?
like enjoy it because it's a good scene to be in. Like you meet some really good blokes and girls in it. Like if you get yourself established well enough and you're level headed, you can go anywhere with it. Like look, some of the guys I know who live overseas now doing pieces and that, going traveling. Once you meet people over there and you're a decent person, anyone will hook you up. Like I said, if you need to go to Hawaii again, let me know. I can hook you up with guys over there, Catch, Retzi, Prime, guys like that. Like there's just people over there you just know and go, okay, I can set you up. Like enjoy it. It's a fun thing to be in. Don't get too carried away with it because it can overcome you and overrule you, and you don't want to do that. Just enjoy it and draw.
Mm,
So I've noticed a lot of writers, everything's the same.
yeah.
Not drawing anymore. They just go, oh, I'll just take this off my phone. Go, hang on a minute, you did that last week. Start putting change it up.
Oh, you've noticed?
Oh, a little. I notice on everybody. And I could be exactly the same
I
too.
can tell in the fa in your face, mate.
Because I look at my pieces and going, are they exactly the same? Like they look different, but I don't know, to someone else, are they different? Or do they look the same? I try and change mine up as much as I can. I'll do start doing blockies or something you can't read or something a little bit public, but I'll put a couple of arrows in there, throw a character in there, just to
Yeah.
change it up.
Just do something different, eh?
Yeah, just something different. But enjoy it too. Don't get excited about it. Don't get big headed about it. Enjoy it. Open minded, and you'll go places. I've met a lot of writers who are negative and just going, yeah, I don't want to be around them. Like, okay,
Yeah.
no, I don't need that. But give me an open mind fella anytime and wants to have a paint, have a chat and a beer, you're in.
Beautiful. Well, mate, we've had a good chat.
We've
We've
had a good chat.
mate, it's been a long chat. It's great. But we have to end it here, unfortunately. But
Way past my bedtime.
yeah,
My age. Breathe
yeah.
out, put him in a jar.
Mate, go to bed. But
Yeah, that's it.
I really appreciate you coming on, man.
Mate, thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no, it's been a good chat. I've always looked up to your stuff, man. Like growing up, not growing up, but like later in my life, when I moved out to Blacktown and stuff, man, you were always the one there that I looked up to. So I love your
Thank
pieces
you.
now, always will. So I appreciate you jumping on.
No worries.
If you want to shout out any crews, any of your mates,
Mate, they all know who they are.
businesses or whatever, just chuck it up now.
Mate, that's all right. They all know who they are. That's the main thing.
CBS can't be stopped.
That's it. And that's the crew. But yeah, get stuck and you want to have a paint, send me a message, but just get on to me so I remember. We'll catch someone up. We'll do something.
Beautiful, man.
I'm not training. We're on.
Beautiful. Thanks, man.
All right, mate. Look after yourself.
I'll end this now.